I hit the wrong one. It's a reflex. It's a reflex. I know the button I'm supposed to push, and it's different because I set it up differently. And paranoia, I have to be like, I hope I'm picking. I think Discord is working correctly. Speak, priests.
Spike.
Okay, good. I probably should have checked that before. But you know me. I look at everything and miss something. You know me. You know me.
You look at everything, Lisa.
I looked at as much as I could. I've been cooking inside of the old brain pan, rereading a bunch, figuring stuff out, and I'm ready, and I hope you guys are ready too. I'm really excited. I feel like today's gonna be interesting. So, welcome to the stream, everyone. I'm your host, Isaac MCCanary. It's time for Mothership, everybody. Introduce yourselves. Introduce your characters and yourselves.
Hi, I'm Jackson, also known as Fred. Fred is the character that I play.
I'm Sean, also known as the Talking Skull, he, him, and I will be playing Kolya.
And today, we left off. Where does everybody remember we left off? What's the last thing that everyone remembered?
We got chased by my daughter.
You got chased by your daughter.
I think the last thing I remember was the elevator, but was that the end of the session prior?
That's the previous session.
You forgot the entirety of last session.
We found the railroad track.
Yeah, that's right.
We tried to build a car. I don't think we successfully built it yet.
I think we considered car.
Yes.
We got scared off from car.
Right now, I will say, as I've put note, is that you are considering car, but have an interruption at the moment. But yes, you are considering car.
I think the very last thing that happened is I jumped into a bookstore and found other survivors there.
Yes.
Holy moly, apparently my brain couldn't possibly retain information.
You admitted that you were like, I was so good at the beginning of this, and about hour 2.5, I crashed like a plane into a dam.
It does make sense due to being awake very early on Fridays and the weekdays.
Well, we're just in our pre-stream or our pre-game powwow is what I'm gonna call this now. Which could also probably be the VOD title if you want to send that to me.
Pre-stream powwow. That's pretty good.
But one thing I want to make kind of an adjustment for, because I feel like I've put a lot of work into the info board, and I keep forgetting about it too. I want to leave a little space before every stream as well to go over the info board for people to kind of read over if they have any questions or want to have anything clarified or even have anything added, because in between sessions I've of course been adding stuff as well as having everyone's favorite character who I don't even think we've talked about once in game running amok in here. So feel free to look around and ask if you have any questions regarding any information or any updates or anything added or anything clarified.
I'll also say, powwow is a weird word. I never had to think about how to write powwow before. And I'm not convinced that I can do it correctly.
Is it POW, maybe with a hyphen WOW?
So I sent a few different ways, and then I looked it up, and there's just no consistent spelling.
Of course.
Apparently there's several different spellings that are all considered acceptable. It's impossible to spell.
That's what happens when it originates from a language that doesn't have very much, if any, written literature, as far as I know. Not their fault, that's just a fact. I never thought about that.
Also wouldn't be using Latin characters anyway.
And wouldn't be using Latin characters anyways, exactly. How would it be in hiragana?
Well, see, this is the crux of the issue. Is it pow wow or is it pow wow? Like, is there a full WW back to back? And if there is it all one word or is it separated as pow wow? Wow, it's a pow wow.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was thinking. Maybe is that it was pow then wow.
Yeah, I could see like PAOWOW.
Oh, pow wow.
How wow.
Pow wow. This had nothing to do with what I was talking about, guys.
Sorry, I'd been waiting to cut in there. I see that we've got I see that we have watches now. I appreciate that.
Yes. They're even stylized. I did work.
They're pretty.
And unless there are any that I missed, these are the only ones that I can think of as far as like time that we've like had established at some point that I gave like a number. Those are the only ones I can think of.
Sure.
See, Isaac does scare me.
I scare you?
Because each...
I mean, that's the goal, right?
I'm scared for all the wrong reasons. Because this was a 4-session game that Isaac was like, don't worry, each session is like half a day. I look at the clock, 7 hours have passed.
We are, let's see, what is this stream 6?
Oh, no!
This is stream 7.
Hey, okay. I'm reading the room. This is something I will admit is like I'm trying to be. I'm like there's only like maybe 1 or 2 more side things I even want you to like have in your guys' brain pans, and I won't add any. I don't plan on adding any more. I'll put it that way. I don't plan on it.
I'm not complaining. I too find it very funny that this was supposed to be like a 4-session game.
Hey.
We're at session 7 and we're ostensibly a 5th of the way through.
You know, it'll go faster the rest of the 4/5.
No shade. I'm not. There's not a complaint. I do also find it funny though.
Yeah.
Hey.
I was just starting to think. I was like, okay, if we do an hour a session, how many sessions is this? Like 96, 100.
I wanna take a bit of a noob excuse here of I need to finish one of these games. And I feel like the first one I'll ever finish is probably going to be my longest anyways. So.
It's credit to that. My first game was, I think, 1.5 years or something like that.
Credit in a half and a half. You've kind of had a game going for about a year now. When did we start World of Darkness?
Surely we haven't been doing Mage for a year.
Feels like it.
I can probably.
There's shade going back and forth across this table that I am fully on the outside of. I'm just watching the shade go back and forth like it's a tennis match.
Actually, our very first like inklings of it, like I grabbed the Mage books back in June, so over 6 months, yeah. At least that's when like we've really been serious about it.
Okay, so half
6
a year.
months, the classic number of months to be in a year.
Uh-huh. Double it and you have a year, Sean.
Double it and you've got a year, that's true. Double the sessions we've had so far in this game and we'll have 2 days.
We'll have half a day.
Working on it. Hey, you're at the end of day 1, and that's a full 20... It'll go faster if you sleep more. What do you want from me? You're so in a hurry to get to day 5.
Yeah, are you giving me permission to nap in this game?
Absolutely.
I'm surprised it's not later, given all the times that I have napped. I think I've napped twice.
We did nap a lot at the beginning of the game.
Well, moving around, is there anything else that you guys have questions or are interested in It could be anything. Fuck, it could even be about the fucking AI itself, because I feel like we haven't really talked about it.
Um, I feel like you're trying to draw our attention to the flight records and the I don't know how to summarize what this other one is. With the recorded for company records, as if to say, "Hey, we should reread these."
Mainly, what what and your characters would know this to a certain extent, to kind of like clue in, is that it's certainly whatever artificial intelligence program that you have working on your guys' like connected comms in this info board, um, is like specifically picking up on things that seem to interest the company more than other things, as well as typically will pull up information on things that either it can find or things that it might think that the company might find useful. So
I do
at the
have a
very
question actually, because I don't remember this happening.
yeah,
If we take a look, can you ping on this board? I forget.
I wish you could, but I can scroll over to your guy. Yeah.
I feel like there is a ping. I don't do we know what item was redacted from storage over here? Has that
Clear,
been like that?
to clarify, the serum case, the thing that you found in the police, or in the Milsect office up in the docks, and I will say, yes, it's been that way. That's all I will say.
Do we know why it says that? What does it mean that it has been redacted from storage?
That's probably just me doing a bad job of writing it out, but essentially the item is no longer there.
Okay. Did we know that?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
You know this now.
All right. So that had to have happened back when we were like figuring out what was going on with Billy
Mm-hmm.
after Billy got bit.
After Billy bit, yeah.
After Billy
Um,
Blast got bit in, well, not the
But
butt. He didn't get bit in the butt.
Interesting.
I've illustrated that.
he pointed on the doll where he got bit.
Uh-huh.
Why is this AI kissing?
Shush. It might have a crush. Shut up.
What? He's
The AI wants to kiss Quincy, that's all.
Good detail. Don't look at me.
I do know. I do love that Nozark is in this.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You're welcome. I wasn't gonna let him die and be forgotten forever.
Oh yeah.
That said, and I mean, like moving forward, that's what I kind of want to have these. I think this will also help keep this period before every stream a little bit more focused. Is like specifically going over the info board, because at moving forward, like even with details like that Nozark one, I do want to try to add information in there that is informative, at least for some kind of actionability. So like, eh, like just stuff that you could keep in mind, or things or people that might be important that you could think about.
Think
And
about it.
moving forward, we'll try to put like usually a specific place or person or item. Try to be as specific as possible. I see you're looking at yourself, Jackson.
Damn.
But yeah, I added a couple of details. I added that timer up at the top just to hopefully better track that, because even I was like, not only should I know this, but also you should probably know this, and you probably would know this literally because of this info board. I don't know why I did. I had that. I was telling Sean, you ever have one of those moments where you're like planning or playing a game, and then you're just like, why wasn't I doing that like earlier?
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll help keep track of that as well. Um, so yeah. Uh, Otherwise, I think I don't know. I don't have anything else to kind of say on that. If you guys have any more questions, I think I'm as solid to shoot as you guys are.
Salad.
It's a lad.
Dallas. All right. And thanks, Silos. I hope you enjoy the show. Hope everybody out there enjoys the show. So where we left off. In one moment. I'm now rethinking what I wanted to start with. Where we left off. Yeah. Where we left off, you guys had just got interrupted trying to get a car running and going. You found that you could do it. You found all the parts that you would have to get, and that you could find them. But you were interrupted when someone decided when someone came out of one of the vents, interrupting you guys, causing you to flee. Kolya is correct to remember and is currently in a bookstore, whilst Fred is actually kind of fleeing in the hallway opposite from where Kolya ran. Who would like to go first? Do we want to roll on this? Do we want to rock, paper, scissors? Who's chomping?
I need not go first.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
go.
All right. So, Kolya, you had just fled into this bookstore, and as you entered the bookstore, you heard someone whisper and like gesture to come their direction. When you jumped over, they were hiding behind like a counter where like the cash register would have been located, which you actually find a little peculiar. You don't often see cash registers these days, but it does. It actually would have been a manned cash register if somebody was working it. And when you jumped over this counter, you were faced with two other guys, and were grabbed from behind and had a hand forced over your mouth as one of them is raising a finger to their lips. A few moments later, you hear something start. You hear something walk into the room. Um. What is your initial response to being grabbed?
I mean, I think that when they give the like shush gesture, I just do shush.
Okay. Check something really fast. I gotta open that. The first person that you see, the guy who's holding his finger up to his lips, he's a little younger than you are. You're around 40s, correct?
I am.
Mystery age.
Yeah, I think I was like 40s.
Okay. Yeah, he looks to be like a couple years younger than you. He's got like a bushy beard, and kind of like a medium build, and he's wearing like a pair of glasses. The guy to his right looks much younger, and is wearing like sunglasses and is uh, a bit smaller. He's like a slim build. He's not like unfit. He's not like skinny. He's just kind of like svelte. Is that a word? That's a word.
So
It
we
is a
call
word.
it, yeah.
um you can't see the person behind you, but you can kind of hear them, or you can kind of feel them like actually breathing on the back of your neck, and you can feel that his hands are like kind of sweaty actually, like his palms are sweaty, but his hands seem like very very damp with sweat. um you hear the sound of what sound like footsteps clicking across the floor, and um the the bushy faced man in front of you kind of like peers over and looks back at you, Kolia, and very quietly just says, "Okay, don't think it knows here." And he like looks past you, Kolia, and um gives like a slight nod, and you feel the hand go removed from your mouth, and he says, who, who the hell are you?
I'm part of a crew that has come here to. Uh, well, it's complicated. Who are you?
What are you talking about?
We landed on the dock just earlier today.
He
We're with the Starbus.
uh he says, oh, that's that hmm they were telling us that the docks were closed down, been closed down for
Yes, well,
days.
it made our job quite difficult, I'll tell you that. Who the hell are you?
Uh, he 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 just says, um he looks at you, Kolia, and just says, we're we're just a couple of guys. We've been kind of stranded actually down here for the last couple of days. I think you got lucky that you even found us. And the guy to his, I'm gonna say like his left, kind of like points a chin up at you. He seems to be much more relaxed, um, than the guy who's talking right now, and he just says, we we're just we're just riders on the station. We got caught up down here. uh, the guy behind you, like kind of lets go and circles around. It's this even younger gentleman, um, who does seem like much wirier. Like if the second guy was like slim fit, he is definitely just like kind of this smaller, skinny dude, with a very like soft face, and he looks a little pale. Is the first thing you notice. So much so that even though you don't know why you were hired as a doctor, you were at least given like some materials on stuff to like just like look out for and stuff, and something seems up with the third one. He's noticeably like in a worse condition than the other two.
In terms of like, is he gaunt? Is he sweating? Is he discolored? Like, what are we?
Sweating and a little discolored.
Okay.
But he like wraps around and just says, "Ship? See, you have a ship? See, you have a ship?"
Not so much right now. Look, how have you people survived for so long? It seems like this has been uh, basically evacuated.
When you say that, you hear something like shuffling in a on a shelf behind you, and the first guy just says, "Well, well, uh, you don't gotta worry about that so much. No, will to live and all." And he gives you kind of a weird smirk. All you need to know is we've been making do. It has been messy, but might be surprised to find out that, well, there's still some of us out here. Still some of us down here. Certainly didn't really start going to hell until about a few days ago, actually. We had suspicions. I mean, stuff was popping up. We were getting reports all the time, writing about it. But nothing really went off the rails until fairly recently. We're only down here
These
'cause
these tunnel cars. Do you know about them? How they operate?
oh, yeah. I mean, I did. Funny you bring that up. A lot of them, looking out there, if you've seen their condition, that's only really partly due to this. A lot of them were already kind of not well taken care of, anyways. For what it's worth. Why?
See. Well, we're trying to get a couple of them up and running so that we can move on to the next area within the station. But looks like it may take a little bit of doing.
Hmm.
Where are you three staying?
They look between each other, and they look. There's like a there's like a backroom closet behind the counter, and they just all look at that, and they just look back at you and just say, "Nowhere in particular."
Okay. Look, I can't promise that we'll be able to protect you or anything like that, but if you want to get out of this souvenir shop, then you may want to come with us. Strength in numbers and all that.
Um, he the first guy like has to fight a chuckle because he's like, "Oh wait, it's." Uh, Listen, actually appreciate that. Uh, he looks over and the counter again, and then looks back at he actually looks at the second guy with sunglasses and just says, that that Valentino, you have any idea? I think that was Valentine. Listen. I agree, but I don't know what you guys are here for. I don't know what you're doing. It doesn't sound like you're leaving anytime soon. Actually,
Don't think
do.
anyone can leave anytime soon. I'll gladly get out of here as soon as I have the capability of doing so.
Well, just know. I mean, help you with what we know or need anything. I. He looks between all three of them, all three of you, and just says, we're gonna probably stay put here." And they actually nod in agreement.
You're just holding up in this place and staying quiet when they come around, and that's all you've been doing?
Uh, the youngest one just says, "Sometimes you gotta take a piss."
I start checking around for like vents and stuff in this shop, including in the closet.
I'll say, like, as you're like looking up, there is like at least one vent access in like the main, like, it's not a big store. It's like a single, like, one large layout and then a kind of back room. The back room seems pretty closed off. It doesn't look like it has any kind of vent access, and it looks like they have like a door that they've even reinforced a little bit. But you're kind of like keeping your head low, and you do catch a glimpse of whatever they were talking about. You catch a glimpse of it, and you have to take like a double take, but it looks almost just like a pair of legs. It's like a pair of legs. Just kind of like creeping and scrambling around, like sifting through trash and stuff on the ground. From what you can tell, from like your background with bio, well, actually, was biology hit? I don't remember. One of you was zoology
I was
hit.
about to say, I technically have zoology, but I have loss of confidence right now, so I don't get the benefit of it.
Okay, what I'll say then is you take a look at it and you're not sure, but you feel like all it really has is like something that looks kind of like almost like a mouth, like parts of bone have been restructured into a mouth, but that's like about it. And without getting closer, and you do not want to get closer, you can't really make heads or tails of what exactly you're looking at aside from what just seemed to be one of these creatures made almost entirely out of a pair of legs.
Dear God, it's eating out of its own asshole.
um one of them whispers at you and just says, "Kine was known for that in real life too."
Eating out of his own asshole?
Speaking out of it too, you'd be surprised. Sorry,
Okay,
bastard.
we're getting off topic. Look, I can't stay here with you. Is there anything you can tell us that might be of assistance to us if we're trying to get to the next station over? Or the next pylon over?
He, I'll say, like, after a few minutes, while you were doing that, uh the older guy kind of like had moved into that back room and like gestured at some point for all of you to get in there, and you've gotten in there and have closed the doors, and it's actually gotten a lot more, you've gotten a lot more space. You can speak a little bit more frankly, so you don't have to worry about being too loud, as long as you're, not getting into a screaming match. That might cause a problem, but you feel more confident that you can kind of speak without being interrupted. Um, so as you say that, the older, uh, the oldest one of the three just says, um, "Well, we'll see what we could do. Um, I mean, you're talking to three of the best writers on the whole damn station."
Are you saying the riders with a D?
No, with a W. He says that.
Writers. What does writing have to do with anything?
They look, but they each look between each other, and the first guy says, "You're right. It's a dying art, and we're doing our damn best to keep it alive. I don't know what to tell you, but I listen. Maybe you've heard. Maybe I don't know if you've read my work. The name is Howard, and he puts out a hand, and he like jabs it into your like solar plexus.
Uh, call you a pleasure, I'm sure. Look, I appreciate the offer, but I think that I'm going to have to get back to my crew now.
Wait. You said you wanted some help. Look, you're dead set on going back out there, which, be fair, I mean, we don't. If you have a crew, we definitely couldn't fit you three. You almost comfortably fit in this. It's starting to get a little bit cramped. Um, uh, uh, he just says, "Here's what I can tell you. Okay, obviously it's not safe out there, but more specifically, I mean, we were doing reporting on the station before all of this happened, hearing about martial law and everything coming up, and if you really want to know anything to watch out for, keep an eye out for Milsect right now."
Wait, did you say your name was Howard?
So you have heard of me. And
Um, go for it.
how he says Howard Stenson, and this here is he points to the guy with the sunglasses, Philip McDaniels, and the young bloke over there was actually our intern. We just gave him a job recently, actually. That's Danny.
You wrote for the newspaper, correct?
What else would we be writing for?
I don't know, like novels or some shit.
Phillips laughs. I've only tried to publish once. I've only tried to publish once.
Um, Look, we haven't gotten any records of the station since April. Do you have any, like, do you know when the last publication would have been put out?
He pauses for a second, and Howard says, "Well, if I'm thinking about it, you said April?" He like takes a
Yes.
pause. I'm gonna say like he has like a not the same device that you're using to keep track of your notes, but like something similar, like a almost like a smartwatch or something. He's like flipping through it, and he's like, "I mean, we had at least a couple periodicals, I would say, before well, until particularly recently. I'll say we're not employed writers at the moment. So yeah."
Certainly, it seems like not much of anyone is employed here at the moment. I tell you what, do you have copies of the publications since April? It might be good for us to have access to those. There might be information in there that we need. Certainly,
He
it's possible that people on the station had information that didn't make it off.
he says, "Do you have any in mind in particular?" I mean, like I remember most of the thing. Most of the things are right usually.
I mean, anything about just like incidents on the station, in particular with these artifacts that are being brought to the station, or with the psychotic breaks and stuff like this.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, that was a strange story that I remembered being picked up on. I noticed that it didn't get much traction actually after like a day after sharing it and posting it. Um, most of that. One second. I remember reporting on it a few weeks ago, or reporting on it back in April, and the only thing more that I've learned is that yeah, all I know is that at some point Rosebud was there for some reason. I think I did a periodical on Rosebud appearing within the last few months, actually. Other than that, all I know is that all I can confirm is that some people died on Titan, and then it was a really weird, almost seeming freak accident. Aren't very
I
many
see.
testimonials, and the little that I could get out of Rosebud, of course, was all redacted to hell because everybody wants to keep everything a secret. So,
So you don't have any information about what's been going on here since, the minor incident in April.
about all I have is that a Rosebud shell came on, and then roughly, let's see, yeah, roughly about 5 months later is when all this started happening, seemingly in line with even another curiosity. Um, the only the only thing that uh, is noteworthy to me is the station government was talking about doing some reforms and changes around the station. Then shortly after came that word about potentially martial law when things really started to go south. Otherwise, I don't think there's been any word of apprehension of whatever happened on Titan, of the
Do you
individual
know
that's
where
missing.
Rosebud was active?
What do you mean where they were active?
Well, Rosebud came to the station. Do you know where they were? Like, while they were on the station doing work?
Danny speaks up and says, from the resources that I could judge up, it just seemed that they were moving samples from one of the station uh, warehouses to their HQ. Seems that they were moving a bunch of stuff there. Otherwise, they were just doing all the research back at the laboratories. Whatever they were doing, I got a little bit of information about. All I know is that they were doing some kind of work with the whatever they brought back from Titan.
Well, this is a long shot. Uh, I expect the answer will be no. Do you know anybody by the name of Iago?
They look between each other and just say, well, Howard sighs and says, um, we don't know who he is. We've seen that message. Real, you want to talk about a writer? You want to talk about a writer? That's a writer. And he gives a really like he gives a he says obviously like, very sarcastically, um, and just says we don't know who he is as far as we can tell, along with a lot of people currently. Is some other crazy guy running amok on the station. And and Danny kind of gives like a you notice he's like hasn't really calmed down this whole time and responds to when Howard says that and just says, I mean, it's a stressful time. It's a stressful time for everyone right now. What to tell you, Howard? It's hard.
Well, you've been very helpful. I'm going to be going now.
He just says, Howard just says, all right. The only other thing I can say is, sounds like maybe Valentine has wandered off. Hopefully, can't really see so good no more. So, I think you really got to worry about him as long as you don't make too much noise and get his attention.
It seems to be the common thread.
Otherwise, keep an eye out for Milsect. They started that martial law. It's only gotten worse. And
Well,
as for what you mentioned, actually going to a pylon. What were you talking about? Which one?
well, that's still a little bit up in the air. I mean, for now, we're on our way to Rhea currently, right?
Correct.
Right now, we're on our way to Rhea, but I don't know for sure if we are stopping there or if we are continuing to Iapetus.
Well, all I could say, buddy, is definitely keep your wits about you on Rhea. You might have some luck. I'd be just watch out.
Is it
Currently, right now,
possibly worse than what's going on Titan?
not worse, but not safe either. Certainly not getting
Okay.
there. You know, they've got
Oh,
specifically
do you know where Milsect is holed up? It seems like Milsect is bunkered up somewhere. Do you know where that would be?
in
Is that on
Rhea,
Rhea or is that somewhere else? Okay,
and
good.
they've
Well, that'll be at
largely
least something to.
cordoned it off from the rest of the station. So just be aware. I hear they can be shoot on sight.
Oh, good. Well, we should have clearance, but we'll make sure to make ourselves known before we put ourselves in the line of fire.
As you say that, Sean, you hear actually a reminder notification on like your little info pad from
Oh, is it midnight
Saya.
now?
From Saya. Yeah, I'll say it's midnight. Yeah, I'll say it just hit midnight. But you get like a reminder notification, and it is about a notification that Milsec would like to get in contact the with the team trying to dock on Tennyson Station.
Well, that's me. So, I'll best of luck surviving in your books. I,
So,
I'm not going to ask. Goodbye.
hey, Seriously, stay safe out there. And what you said about being in groups, I respect it. Might not be that simple. Trust us on that.
So, it's, we use the advantages we have, even if they are not perfect.
Okay. Now here's the real question. Do we wait out the ads? Because I think they're just about, well, they're like a few minutes off. They're a few minutes off. So we can kill some time, and then we'll start up on Jackson's side. Do either of you have questions
I find
or
it
anything?
interesting
Yeah.
that they gave such a stink eye about the question of whether they wrote novels when they're literally in a bookstore. They
Listen.
acted like it was some crazy thing that anyone would write a novel when they're literally standing in a bookstore.
Sometimes dramatic irony is dramatic because I don't think about the conditions in which I put people in. Sean, okay. What do you want?
Like, yeah, we write books, and they look over and like, what are these?
You haven't seen books in years. You're surprised there's even a bookstore.
I'm
Hey,
trying to craft a book, but I've never seen or heard of one.
It's like an antique store. They sell books and old paintings.
Yes, actually, I would say like that if you want to put that in mind, it seems antiquated. You're like the old-timey cashier, and like the fact that there's physical media even here is a little bizarre to you. That's not common. You would not expect that anymore.
It's books, paintings of books, and books
pogs.
about paintings.
Now, is a book about paintings just a picture book?
That could be. I love the idea that there's a page like describing the Mona Lisa, but not displaying it. It's like, yeah, no one can really tell if it's like a frown or a smile. It's just, it's kind of it's like a greenish, bluish, brownish dress.
I will say before ads start, something does catch your eye, Colia, actually, as you're like kind of like getting ready to leave this bookstore. You like your eyes pass over some of the books. It seems that whatever was in here is maybe down. It came in from the opposite side of the room that you came in, and it seems to have gone down that way. You can still hear it down the hall, but it doesn't seem to be in here anymore. But you're looking around, and something catches your eyes, and you see a book in the kind of nonfiction science.
There's a book in this fucking store?
There is a book in this fucking bookstore. It catches your eye because it is specifically a book about prehistoric fish, and on the cover is a fish that you recognize.
Oh, I was about to ask why I would recognize a fish, and I remembered why I would recognize
And
a fish.
then immediately you went, oh, I know why I would know that fish, and now ads are about to start. Perfect dramatic timing.
Interesting. And I don't have access to my zoology score, so I don't know shit about why this fish is significant. Other than that, I saw it once in a dream.
Well, yeah, I will put it this way. Oh, the way that I'm gonna rule that is like when you're really like under stress, that'll become more. Like you still know things about animals. You still like know your knowledge, but if you're like put under pressure for something or like have to figure out something like very 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 intensive, that's when it'll, I think, proc. But you still have the score, so I'm not gonna be like, yeah, you're dumb now. You don't know nothing about animals anymore. You're just not as confident as you would be. Like you're more uncertain, I think, is what I would read into that. It's not that you don't know anything. You just feel like you can't trust it on a fundamental level. Like you because of stuff that now is in your head a little bit. You're a little bit in your head about how things work. If that makes sense. Specifically with biology, which I think is actually very appropriate. Well, ads are about to start. Everybody make sure to take your flamethrowers because it's the best way to ward off ads. Light your computer on fire. Don't do that. You won't have a computer anymore, and I can't be held responsible for any monetary damage that happens to your stuff.
It's true.
Well, what have you all been up to?
We we had a couple nice meals this week. On Tuesday we had hot pot, and on hot pot's
You had a
really
hot
good.
pocket?
About hot pocket, yeah. And it was a really nice hot pocket restaurant.
Uh-huh.
And,
The nicest hot pockets. You dunked them in
Artisanal hot
stew.
pockets.
Uh-huh.
It's got the 5 layers and everything.
Uh-huh.
They even have the whole thing evenly heated. It's incredible. And then on Thursday, we went to that Japanese grocery store, Mitsuwa.
And you were drinking bad soda.
I finished bad soda. I didn't like it in the end. It's weird. My first few sips of it, I was like, "This is really good," and then like each sip, I was like, "This is less good."
The concept of cream soda kind of seems bad to me. I don't know what made it happen.
I've never
Some
been a
people-
particular fan of cream soda, but I know a lot of people like it.
Yeah. Some people like it. Yeah, I
think-
like it sometimes.
The idea I get is like it's supposed to be like kind of reminiscent of like an ice cream almost, because there's like sometimes those like cream icicle one, like the orange with like, I still didn't like those, whereas like orange on the outside and the inside was like vanilla ice cream. I did not like those as a kid either anyways.
Yeah, those too artificial. I remember the ones you're talking about.
But the real stickler for me was when I was really young, we went to a Cracker Barrel and I was like, I don't know what to drink because I was like super young, so I didn't know. And I was like, they were like, what do you want to drink? And I was like, I don't know. And they were like, oh, there's orange. And I was like, sure, I'll have orange. And it got to me, and I like tried it, and I was like, something's wrong because I'm like expecting Fanta, and it turned out to be orange cream soda. And my child brain was just like, why'd you put milk in here? Why did you put milk in my orange soda? I wanted orange, not milk.
Mm-hmm.
This whole time, I thought you'd been saying Mitsuo, like Mitsuo. It's
Oh, yeah.
Mitsuwa.
Mitsuwa.
I
Yeah.
misheard that every single time.
You're
That's
good.
so funny.
To be fair, Jackson doesn't know Japanese. Or do I?
I don't know. I don't know words.
It's written in English.
Oh.
It is. It's true.
Yeah, that's no excuse then. You're right. Well, I'm glad that you had bad soda adventures, and ads are done now. So you'll get the next one, Sean, because you were the focus of the last scene. But on that note, Fred, are you ready? Fred, are you ready? It's your turn.
Yeah.
Are you Freddy?
You guys
I'm
split
Freddy.
the party, so we get to do this shit. But
I know how it feels.
Fred, the last thing you remember,
Yeah, it's the elevator. Yeah.
was the elevator. But after that creature, after you shot the barrel or the like little canister, like a propane tank.
Yeah.
Something else happened. And actually, I want you to give me a sanity save.
Okay. Yeah. Let me look at my sanity.
What is your sanity? Oh boy. That's a little over 1 in 4. I believe in you.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not okay. It's a 79.
It's a 79, you say. Okay.
Yeah,
Take a point of stress. We're gonna
yeah.
describe this. But you might have to do something immediately after. What's your stress at right now, by the way?
We just hit 6 stress.
Okay. Um, that explosion happens, and the first thing you actually noticed, even though you have a helmet on, like, even if it seems like minute would be minute to anyone else as it blocks it, your nose actually picks up on it immediately, and you recognize the smell of burning flesh very vividly. It even makes you gag a little bit, I would say, when this happens. And like you kind of like you're having a hard time keeping your senses about you a little bit. And go ahead and roll me a d20 for a panic check. Panic.
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 I rolled a 7.
Oh my god. So fucking close. Then you did you're able to like hold it together. You didn't like yarts or anything.
Yeah,
But
I'd be so bad in a spacesuit.
as
Just
you
walking around, just like, oh god.
as you are kind of like caught with that smell, another thing you realized was whatever was in front of you did seem to be someone who was like maybe a girl, maybe a young girl.
Gotcha.
And your brain even subconsciously immediately cauterized that smell and her together to something
Yeah.
that's very familiar to you.
Yeah, good. Mm, well, guess I better make sure this is dead.
It, if you remember correctly, yeah, okay, that here, I'll put it this way. If you want to follow
No, it
through with
escaped
that,
actually, didn't it?
yes, it went into a vent in the ceiling.
Yeah, that's
Are
right.
you looking or not?
Coley is off in a different room. I got. I don't got a lot. I physically check my handgun.
It seems fine.
I've got. I've got a third of a clip. It looks like. Yeah, let's see
Uh,
if we can finish this thing off.
when you say that, if I remember correctly, like yeah, uh, Colia had bolted, and you hear like a locker open, and you look over and see Lydia like look out and be like, is it clear? Is it clear?
Hey, kid.
Where's
Don't
where's
scare me like that.
where's Colia?
I don't know. He's around the corner somewhere.
As you say that, you hear kind of an echo down the hall. It doesn't sound like a person, but it it sounds like something. It just sounds like something down the hall, like made out of call of some kind. The direction that Colia came from, or the went to. As you hear that, you do hear maybe something from the vent above you, and you like look over and see, if I remember correctly, you see the rest of your crew, um, kind of like farther down the hall, kind of like motioning you and Lydia to like come over as they're meeting up with Quincy.
Still have my pistol trained on the vent. I start walking over to them. I'm not too afraid to make some noise because I'd like for this monster to resurface, so I just, as they're gesturing to me, I call out and say, "Glad you can make it, guys. We really blew a hole in it.
What the
It's
heck?
pretty hurt, but it got away."
Where? Joanna looks at you, Fred, and says, "What? What happened? Where did Colia go? Where is he? Is he okay?"
Nah, he's just down the hall. I don't think Coley got touched at all, as far as I can remember. It all feels like a blur to me, though.
Well, and Billy is like looking left and right, um, and just says, "Well, whatever happened here, looks like you guys handled it." Um,
Thank Coley on this one. I just kept on looking for a signal and threw a canister, and it was like, it doesn't get no better than that. So I just took a shot at it, and sure enough, thing blew him to kingdom come, just about. Oh, God.
give it enough time, you'll be a better shot than I am.
I don't want that. That's your job, not mine. Speaking of
Yeah.
my job, oh God. How's that car? I probably need to check on that car, don't I?
Um, they just, yeah, the Joanna just says, yeah, the car is fine. We seems pretty clear in there right now. We
Yeah.
can start collecting some stuff.
If you guys
Sure.
can put some eyes out there, then I can see if I can Frankenstein's monster a car together. Turn a car into a Frankenstein's. You get what I mean. I was trying to be fancy with you, you know what I mean.
Frankenstein's beater.
Uh-huh.
Frankenstein's Honda Civic.
As you say that, you hear a familiar sound, first coming from inside of that vent, and then a few minutes later, you hear something kind of rattling down the vent, and then kind of plop on the floor behind all three of all how many of you are there? There's group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All 6 of you. God, why did I do this to myself?
It better not be a
Um,
monster. This is one of those
I
almost
gotta
dead
start picking
monsters.
people off. If there's any incentive, I need to not have so many people to play. Um, um, but yeah, you hear something hit the ground behind you, but you don't see like a. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I turn around to face, and that's when I say the whole line. It's like, this better not be a monster unless it's that half-dead monster.
You don't see a full body. As you look closer, you see maybe a hand, and it kind of like is right now it's like on its back, like it fell down out of the shaft, and is like struggling to right itself. Um, what do you
Oh
do
shit!
next?
Oh shit! Is the half-dead monster? Hey, I look back. You got a shovel? I want to see if I can pick this thing apart with a spade or something like that.
Joanna just says, "Beat yourself dead," and hands you her trenching tool.
Oh fuck yeah! This is exactly what the doctor ordered. So I spend like the next 10 minutes just trying to mince this thing into Play-Doh.
I'm gonna say, give me a combat check with advantage because it hasn't righted itself yet. But it's still like actively moving. It's not. It looks less like it is. Uh, it looks less like it had like fallen off of something recently, and looks more like it was trying to scramble down the vent and like fell out of the vent wrong and is like trying to right itself, and can't really move because it's stuck on its back. It's like the palm is up, but the fingers are like wriggling around. You can see it trying to correct itself.
Yeah. At first I was gonna be sad, but then I remember you said with advantage. 27.
27.
27 needed 30 out of 39. So
Roll 2d10.
yeah, 27. Yeah.
Rolled me 2d10 damage.
Oh, sorry. My bad. Must be hitting that part of the night where
It's so
Uh,
early.
2d10 damage.
Mhm.
Dude, I've been awake for almost 16 hours already.
Oh no. Don't tell me that. You'll make me sad.
13 damage.
13 damage?
Yeah, 13. Out of
Okay.
2d10 damage, yeah.
Yeah, you like, actually, you know what? How do you do this?
Oh, I mean, I go for all the wiggly parts first, and then if there's like a neck, the neck is definitely like the next number two. Honestly, I get kind of upset at the concept of the fingers because like I don't want them like wiggling into like the like I don't want them splitting off and like wiggling into like a shaft or like in between like a grate or something like that. So honestly, I make sure to just kind of like slice into them so that they're not really so alive anymore.
Okay.
But yeah, just kind of like I'm making a meat pie, just sort of churning butter or something like that. Just kind of go at it until I don't see a lot of movement, and then if there's like a tarp or something, if there's some sort of bag, because we
You could put,
gotta
uh,
jettison this thing.
I was gonna say, let me think.
Ideally, less than one bag. Actually, I don't want it to reform in a bag and just be like, and like pop out.
So yeah, I imagine like you just kind of like you like smack it once and are just kind of like, even like you're surprised. I'll put it this way: you are actually surprised, especially with you like hit it with one good solid hit, and then it like almost like hitting a spider with a shovel. It like kind
Yeah,
of twitches a little bit, and then you just like stab it a
yeah.
couple more times, and it's like just kind of a a mess. It's just a big hand mess. Um, oh no,
I
maybe you said big
say,
hand mess.
I say with some confidence, regenerate this bitch, and then I
Uh-huh.
whisper lower, but actually don't.
I will actually say, you like doing all of that, like being super thorough. Uh, it like after a while, it like has stopped moving almost entirely, and like actually, Maison crouches down and like takes like a sample and scoops it up and puts it like in like a vial and says, "Actually, give me a minute. I'll take a look at this and see if that did anything." Because that he puts a hand on your shoulder and just says, "You killed it. It seems very dead."
Don't fall for the trick. We all saw the chicken leg.
Hey, you're not here. Hey, get out of the vent,
Mm-hmm.
you. You hear a noise and Kolia falls out of the vent.
Coley, all right, Coley, it's your turn. I'm sorry, buddy.
As you actually, as he like pats your shoulder, you hear another sound start rattling inside of the vent, and if you back up, it sounds like something else is coming out of the vent.
Oh man, I'm so. Actually, I put this to the side and pull out my gun again.
Okay.
All right.
Do you back up or anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys. I'm open for center mass.
Um,
Billy, you got that big gun, right? What the? Prepare yourself, all right?
you, I will say you and Billy and Joanna, uh, kind of like measure up again a little bit, and you're like ready for whatever's gonna come out of this vent, I'll say you'll have advantage on whatever you decide to do next, because of that, because you're like prepared, you're like ready.
I think my judgment will be if it looks like it can harm me, if it looks like a monster and it can harm me, I'm gonna shoot it. If it looks like a monster and it might not be able to harm me, I might just turn this thing into mashed potatoes as well.
Okay. Let me check. I'm just checking something really fast. Written that down. Blah. I should have written that down here. Let me change the music first before I get more distracted. One thing at a time. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Said that. So yeah, she's like pulled out her incinerator unit, and um, Billy has his gun ready. You guys are like kind of shoulder to shoulder, and a few seconds pass, and another hand falls down.
Okay, yeah, that's I think it's
But
mashed potato time then.
the vent doesn't stop shaking,
Oh,
and an arm falls down,
still mashed potato time.
and a head,
Severed head, just
a
a
severed
head.
head.
We're still
They're all
doing
kind of
taters.
squirming on the ground in front of you, but the arm is able to right itself almost instantly.
Yeah, I put the gun away and just. If the arm's right in itself, and it seems like the most dangerous of the appendages
It's
of the
not unlike the
limbs.
arm that you that attacked you earlier. Actually, it looks very similar.
Yeah, in that case, I'm like that thing's fine. I got eyes locked on that thing. That's fine.
Um, uh, and then a foot, and then an entire upper torso.
What the? What the? At this point, I'm like trying to. At this point, I'm like already starting to try to, but I'm like really confused. So I'm like, who the hell is just? Who the hell is just doing this up there? Just tearing. They got like an industrial strength fan just chewing
Uh,
through these things.
I don't. I don't know if I want to know. And Billy takes a shot at the upper torso.
Nah, that's a good idea. That's good answer. Good answer.
And Joanna does as well. She just kind of takes a shot at the group. There's 5 total. Where do you go first?
I went to the arm. I went to the arm, and I was gonna start mashing it.
Were you going to? Were you shooting it or just hitting it with the shovel?
These things seem pretty shovelable because it's so far it's a severed head, a severed torso, a severed arm. So far it seems like each individual thing could be
We're in peak
everything can be
shovel
beaten.
territory.
Yeah, exactly. Everything can be beaten.
Okay.
Also, I like to imagine in the year 2100 something or other, Family Feud still exists and people are still shouting "Good answer, good answer." That's whenever anyone says anything on that show.
Why? Oh boy. Um, 1 second. Okay. Um. So yeah, the group of pieces in front of you, you have a little bit of an advantage. A lot of them haven't righted themselves. Uh,
Yeah.
Again, go ahead and roll that first attack with advantage, and let me know what the number is.
Oh no. Bad.
That's not
With
good.
advantage. With
Don't say that.
advantage.
Don't say that.
81.
Holy fuck. Uh, this is gonna be interesting. So the way I imagine this is, um, you you actually let yeah, you see Joanna and Billy take shots. Uh, Billy sh- Billy shoots. Billy shoots. Billy shoots. Gotta love Billy
Did he
shoots.
score?
He does not score. Billy shoots. He does not score. He
Oh
went for
no.
buckets. He did not get buckets. Oh Billy. Oh Billy. Billy. What are we gonna do with you? Oh no, I don't want that one. Oh no, I don't want that one. Yeah, that's what I thought. Billy and Joanna almost seem to like take shots at the same time. But they are having difficulty. Joanna actually went to shoot at like any of the smaller things, and she didn't hit any of them. But a part of the ground is a little bit on fire now, which seems to ward off. I'm gonna say the head and the foot. Um, and Billy like tries to take a shot, but you hear bullets ricocheting down the hallway, and it seems the center one is in the middle, and you charge forward, and you take a swing at the arm, and it like coils out of the way right when you take your swing, um, and it coils back in that motion and lunges at you, Jackson.
Oh,
Make a body save.
I knew I should have shoveled harder and faster. Let's see. That's a good body, though. I got a good body. That is a 27.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna say like you see it like recoil, like coil back and then launch at you, but because you've you've wrestled with one of these before, you're actually able to like bat it out of the air. You're actually able to bat it out of the air with your shovel, or with the shovel that Joanna handed you, and I'll give you 1d10 damage. Just hit it. Just fucking hit it.
Yeah. Eat the earth, bitch. That's 4 damage.
Okay. One second. You said 4 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to knock it back, and it's flung off and like hits up against a wall and starts scurrying. It rights itself and starts scurrying back towards you guys. Uh, the I'm gonna say the foot, or I said there was another hand, a foot, a head. Here, 1 second. Another hand, foot. I have to do my math. I have to do my maths. By that I mean I need to generate a bunch of shit. A head. Yeah. You got bad luck on that, because I had it a little bit up to chance, and you rolled max number of these to pop out of a vent at you. So have fun.
Hmm.
Have fun. Good luck, have fun.
I'm gonna squish all them.
Uh-huh.
Squish all the bug.
Hit him with a shovel. Hit him with a shovel. That's what I was. It. There we go. And then I need. Here we go. That's what I'm looking for. All right. So that one has 4 damage. Yeah. The foot, the head, and the torso. You see the foot and the head kind of scurry up, and also leap towards you, or are starting to scurry at you, Jackson. I'd say if you're in the front, all 3 of them are scurrying after you. How do you respond?
I widen my stance and say, "Now you get along, little doggy," and I'm ready. I'm in power stance. I'm ready to, especially if the torso is trying to flop at me. I'm ready to chest bump it. I look back at Lydia and say, "This could end badly."
Lydia's like cowered behind like the group. I'm gonna say, uh, you're just holding your ground.
Yeah, I think so, because I don't want him to get to the other folk. So I'm prepared to try to fend them off.
You try to do that, and you feel someone grab you by the shoulder and yank you back, and it turns out to be Kolia, and Kolia just says, Kolia just says, "Let's just leave."
Do I?
Oh, Kolia, Quincy, my bad, Quincy. I don't know why I said Kolia. Brain, thanks, Brain. Got the wrong k. Quincy grabs you. Too many people. I gotta start killing people.
I start stepping back a little bit, but I I'm like slowly retreating, and I say, I don't want to let this prize get away. If we can squish some of these, that's one less to deal with.
As you're starting to jog away, if you're like kind of like lagging behind a little bit, Quincy is like sticking with you, and they just say, yeah, they just say, yeah, and all 5 of them will not be easy together.
All right, fine. Just hope Cully is gonna be all right. And I start turning and spreading with the rest of the group.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys start making a way. I'm gonna say the
Actually, can I try some trickiness? As we're starting to sprint away, are some limbs faster than others?
I will tell you that here in a second. Oh.
Because I think what I might do is sort of a rally thing where I meet the fastest limb, and I try to squish it. And if I can get that down, then I'll tangle with the second fastest and kind of go in order of their speed.
Well, uh, you start you guys start hoofing it a little bit, and um, the thing you notice as you look back, the foot and the head, or the foot and the hand that were no, the foot and the head that were slowed down by the fire. They seem to be preoccupied with that. But you're being chased down by now the upper body and the kind of like stretched out arm and the head. Man, I'm having a hard time and the hand. Um, and of those, the only one like keeping up with you is actually the arm. The body seems to be having a hard time. It's like kind of dragging itself along the back with the what would be the stomach kind of like
Okay.
in front, and it seems to be like stretched out into this weird like almost maw. But it's like pulling itself along the ground behind you, so it seems to be a little bit slower. And the hand is just it's just like a little hand, like it's
Yeah.
quick, but it's not fast enough to run you guys down. It's just a small little guy. However, it seems like whatever this arm is doing, it's almost like slithering up to you. Uh, and as you like look back to try to gauge which one is closest, it is like right at your heels.
Okay, cool. I think I'm willing to deal with the arm. And I'll make the choice later on if I'm going to deal with the rest of it that's flopping along.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think I really am just kind of doing a slam as I'm skirting along. Maybe even pogoing with this thing a little bit.
Okay. Uh, Go ahead and give me a combat roll.
Oh shit.
What? Oh shit! Don't say that.
Don't shit me.
What's that?
That's a number.
This is the
That's a
number
number.
one. You got
The
one.
number is
Okay.
one. I got the number one.
You got the number one. Ironically, that's not a crit, but that is a very, very good result. Go ahead and roll
Fair.
2d. Go ahead and roll 2d10 damage.
Watch it be more ones. It's 11 damage.
11 damage.
Which it is more ones.
All ones, baby.
All ones, baby.
All ones, baby. Okay. Then go ahead. Oh, my computer. I don't know why this stresses you so much, computer. It stresses me out. This stresses it. I need. There we go. So yeah, you take a swing at it, and it's at 11.
Yeah. 11.
Oh yeah. Um, you take a swing at it, and it what damage is that?
It's 11.
It's 11. Yeah, but what kind? You inflict wound. You inflict wound. Okay. Doo-doo.
Yeah, I don't know the weapon types. I can't remember.
Okay. Yeah. It was already like it was leaving like a trail of blood from the first hit that you inflicted on the arm, and as you like turn around to like kind of almost golf swing hit it, actually go ahead. How do you do this? How does this look?
I do like the idea of pogo. Like I'm sort of, stabbing down as I'm running away. Like I'll turn back and try to get a jab at it. And I think at one point I just sink my whole weight into it as I push off away from it, but I get it right across because this is an arm. So I get the spade, I get the blade right across its like arm. So
Yeah.
just really cut it in two.
As you do that, you hear the sound of like bones inside of the arm fracturing loudly. You hear a sickening crunch as you just seemingly like flatten portions of it, and it like squirms for a second and then slowly like goes limp, and just lies on the ground behind you, completely limp.
I take a small breath. I recognize that the entire rest of the body is still running after us, but I take a small breath and go, all right, just gotta keep a decent clip and we're good.
Yeah, I would say you guys are able to get back to the end of the hall that you guys came from and are able to get to that door without much more incident as long as you don't stop or do anything. It doesn't seem like the body was able to keep up with you very easily.
If the
and it
hand's
seems
still
like
chasing, I'm willing to squish the hand too.
uh how willing then?
I recognize it's a squirrely boy, but I'll take swings at it along the way.
I'll say if like you're slowing up, Quincy kind of looks back and says, "What's up?" And as you watch, you're like trying to find where the hand went, and you've kind of lost the hand. It's like hard to see, and I'd say like the lighting isn't super great in here. It seems like some of the lights have gone out, so it's like a little bit difficult to see.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean,
oh, go ahead.
I guess if you're painting the picture like that, then I probably would have just kind of. I was thinking that the hand was like kind of nipping at our legs too, so like I would have taken a shot at it if I could see it, but if like I'm not gonna go like hunting through like corners and crevices to try to get this thing.
Okay, then yeah. Um, you can't quite see it anymore, and you can still see like the torso dragging itself across the ground towards you. It's not fast, but it is still approaching you guys, and it is like you if you were it would be able to outrun you if you were like walking. You get the impression that it might not be the fastest one, but if it was to grab you, you'd have a hard time getting away from it.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, you guys get through the door that you were in the other side, and you're able to open it and close it behind you without much more incident. Um, yeah. Uh, so yeah, you close the door and kind of like seat yourself down for a moment, and everyone kind of like collects themselves and catches their breath. Uh, and Joanna um looks at Fred and like walks up and just says, "Good work, Fred. Can I have my shovel back?"
Yeah. I got a little bit on him, but yeah, it's yours. I can wipe it off later. Good luck.
You think you can get the car working? I think we're good for a little bit, as long as we don't take too much time. Haven't heard. We didn't hear anything
Uh,
else come out after that first one.
what were the mystical three words? It was like what, fast, cheap, and good, or something like that. Which two you picking?
I mean, I don't think we have the option for fast and good, Fred.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe. Uh, that might not come cheap though, and probably take extra hands. It might be noisy. I can try to be quiet about it. I don't want to clank around too much if I can help it. So
Whatever you can get to work, Fred. I trust you.
yeah, I'll trust me too, I guess.
Yeah. You're able to start collecting parts. Like I said, it'll take you like some time. I'm gonna say like it will take you around. Let me see. Yeah. What is your industrial equipment?
Yeah,
You don't have
I've got.
mechanical repair.
No, I don't. Let me see. Yeah.
It will take you because you have to like collect quite a bit of stuff. You're looking at around 4 to 5 hours.
That's fair. That's honestly kind of what I was expecting.
Okay. Okay. 5 hours to fix the car. Okay, starting. Um, Tolia, as you were. First off, I guess I want to conclude. What is your first response to seeing that book?
I think I just sort of freeze in shock for a second because I'm like not processing why. It's weird for something out of a dream to appear before you, and I think it just takes him a second to even like process why this is significant. Um, and then he'll just pocket the book because I think priority one is getting back to the group, and then next time he has a second, he'll look through it.
Yeah, and as you like pocket it, you hear gunfire briefly down the hallway back where you came. And when you hear that, you hear something stir down the hall where it seemed Valentine went.
Uh, I'm just gonna try to stay slow and quiet.
Okay. First off, which direction are you? What is your current? What's your current heading? Where are you trying to go right now?
Um, I'm basically just trying to go back the way I came from.
Okay. Then yeah. The opposite. The opposite stairwell. The opposite doorway. You're kind of like creeping away, trying not to make too much noise or get any attention. You see full body, um, this seemingly like lower torso, uh, like just the legs and the hips, kind of come strutting back in through the doorway. Um, Interestingly, it still shows some of that like weird biological mutation that you see with a lot of whatever's happening to the bodies when they're infected. Most notably, it seems like the legs have become like double jointed almost, and it has like kind of like almost like that kind of like dog leg, dinosaur leg look to it. Um, and it looks like something
Like
about
a
like
cat.
almost kind of like a cat leg. Um, it seems like you notice like growth, bony growths and protrusions around the feet to have formed something like claws, and the pelvis has been stretched and contorted out of the skin to make like a simple set of jaws. And it's like it kind of like clicks its jaws around inside of the room. as it's kind of like milling around.
Is it behind me or is it in front of me?
If you're facing the way you came, it would be behind you. If you're facing into the
Why?
bookstore, it would be in front of you.
Okay, so it's behind me.
Yes.
um, does it seem like it's coming in my direction?
No, but it seems to have been drawn by whatever happened down the hall behind you or in front of you.
Gotcha. Um, what are the wall? What is this room I'm in? Is it just like a hallway?
I'm gonna say if you just stepped out of the bookstore, it's like a hallway leading back to the kind of engineering section that you were in previously.
Then I'm just gonna slowly press myself against the wall and wait for it to leave.
Interesting. Would you say you tried to break line of sight to it entirely, or are you still watching it?
Um, I don't. It's just a hallway, so I don't imagine that I have really anything to be breaking line of sight with. I was just
Okay.
trying to stay quiet and out of the way.
Yeah, and I'd say like there's like so it's like got like a almost like recessed doorway that's been opened. So like you can kind of like get around the door jam. So you kind of lose a little bit of line of sight to it. And you do hear for a little bit you hear it kind of like moving around again inside of the bookstore, and it sounds like whatever the book gang is up to, they seem to have gone quiet again. What's up? Thank you. Pizza's downstairs.
Wow.
But the uh it you can kind of hear it around the corner, and it seems to be milling around inside the bookstore, but then you start hearing the sound of its clawed feet clicking across the floor, sounding close, coming closer to the door.
I'm just gonna wait it out.
Okay. Give me a fear save.
That sounds fair. This is gonna go really well, just so everyone knows.
I believe.
That's a 57. I needed a 20.
Okay. Take one stress, Sean.
Puts me at 9.
You see it come full body through the doorway. And I'm gonna say like this hallway isn't like super wide. It can like fit a number of people shoulder to shoulder. I'd say like 3 or 4, but it comes in straight through the middle of the doorway, and it reaches about up to your like midsection. It seems to be like almost like a little bit taller than you would expect, especially since it just otherwise seems to be the features of a human pair of legs. And it is like doing this clicking sound with its jaw, and it clicks, and then it like turns a little bit, and it looks you square on and clicks, and then stops.
I gulp really loud.
You gulp really loud, and it clicks noticeably different than it was clicking before. And it like takes a step, and that step is like inches from your feet if you're like pressed up against the wall.
I try to really slowly let out the breath I've been holding.
Okay. Do you notice that what seems to be those like the pelvis openings very slowly as you're letting out that breath? probably have one action.
I mean, I don't know how you want to resolve the failed roll here. I'm sort of following your lead right now.
I would say the pretty much the result was it is now in personal range, and you have to do something or it will act.
Then in that case, see, I've put myself in the fun position that I don't have anything that can really act as even like a makeshift weapon right now. I'm gonna try to kick its legs out and run.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and give me a combat check.
Do, 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 do. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That's a 10.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll 1d5 damage with disadvantage. Like roll 2 and take the lower.
Okay, well, that I got a 1, which would be a 1.
Okay. You do 1 damage. 1 second.
It's fine. I don't need to
It's-
hurt it. I just need to knock it off balance.
You just need to knock it onto its back.
I'm not convinced it has a back, other than the butthole it eats out of.
One. So yeah, I'm gonna say it like gets right up next to you and starts opening its jaws like it's about ready to clamp down in front of it, and you just like donkey kick it in like one of the knees really, really hard, and it like is startled and like falls down on its side. Like you're able to knock its leg out from under it, and it is like knocked backwards and to its side, and it lets out like it like snaps its jaws really, really like audibly loud, and like almost like a clap, and you hear like a gurgle coming from the center of legs, and it's been knocked prone, and you have freedom to be able to make an action, but you don't know how long it'll stay down.
I'm running.
Okay. Uh, oh boy, this is gonna be very interesting. Okay. Yeah, you bolt. You bolt past down the hall, and you're starting to run, and you smell what smells like a fire that was like started recently.
I smell what the rock is cooking?
You smell what the rock is cooking, and I'm gonna and ads are gonna start. Fuck.
You have 40 seconds.
You have 40 seconds to jump over what looks like a torso in front of you. You see a couple of things. Actually, I'll say you hear those gunshots, and you start running down the hallway. No, I won't be quite that cruel. I'll say the only thing that you'll see coming up is what looks like the upper half of a body, a torso. It's the rest of Valentine. Well, we'll have ads for a minute. I hope the ads are not as scary as being attacked by a butthole. By a semi-sentient
Being
butthole.
attacked by a butthole is some people's. Oh, hey, I'm blurry. Tell me when I get blurry.
Why are you blurry? What did you do to get blurry? Why did the ads get so mad at you that you got blurry?
My camera just sucks and sometimes decides to lose focus.
Yeah, but that's like the
Just tell
real
me if
answer.
it happens.
That's like the real answer, not like a funny answer. Why? Is that like a self-defense mechanism when you go blurry?
Oh yeah, it's I'm scrambling the signal.
I mean, I don't know why. I'm like, what it's such a nothing thing to ask. It's like, what would you do if you saw your friend just get blurry right in front of your eyes and nothing else?
I would I would rub my eyes.
I'd be like, you good on you, life partner.
Uh-huh. Look
Proud
with
of
your
you.
look with your special blurry eyes. Look with your special
Oh,
bleary eyes.
I forgot my brand today.
Uh-huh.
I'm glad you have this good sweet cat.
He's very he's a fascinating boy in that he's both over and understimulated at many times.
That sounds like my
Where
cat.
he'll be like, "I want attention," and then you try to touch him, and he's like happy, but he'll squirm and try to get out of it, and you'd be like, "No, but I want attention, but no."
See, my cat does the opposite, where he'll get in my lap and then he'll chill out for a little bit, but if I like look at him too long, he'll be like, "You want attack, right?" I'm like, "No," every single time.
This kitty doesn't attack, thankfully. He does do the thing with his paws, like he's stretching out his claws right now,
Uh-huh.
kneading.
Into your flesh?
Yeah, into my flesh. It's definitely going through my shirt.
Yeah. He does that too. I call it grippies.
Yeah, he's doing grippies, yeah.
Well, while we have ads going, we did watch actually a couple things. Which do you want to talk about since maybe but have you seen Blade Runner before, Jackson? I don't remember.
Yeah, with you guys, yeah.
See, I knew it. Actually, I didn't know it. I think I suspected that you hadn't seen it yet.
Maybe it might have possibly just been with Sean.
Gotcha.
I can't remember for
Well,
sure.
we also saw something else that you definitely had. I'm surprised you've never seen this movie. I can't believe you've never seen Naked Gun before.
No, that was great, yeah. I think I'd maybe seen a clip or two in my life, but like, no, I don't
It's
think I'd ever.
definitely it and its sequel and Airplane are all very much clip fodder. Like
Oh yeah.
they're referenced all the dang time, but they're well worth watching all the way through because they're real treats.
They're very
Yeah.
fun. I still think personally my favorite joke was the guy on the tower telling him, "I want to tell you something," and he goes, "What do you want to say?" And then he shoots at him, and then he goes, "I can't hear you over the gun when you shoot your gun." That shit had me. That fucking sent me.
Yeah, that was really good.
I don't remember that joke. That might have been my favorite joke of the movie now. There's a lot of good ones.
hmm The condom one's iconic. Just yeah, that one. That was an age old classic.
He uses protection.
He uses protection.
So awful. The double extra size.
It's pretty awful.
Yeah.
All of those Naked Gun movies have just completely absurdist sex jokes in them. I don't know why they decided to make that their running thing, but they're all good.
Well, now that I
Especially
know,
the newest one, the
Yeah.
reboot, has my favorite of those.
I was gonna say because I also didn't know there was a reboot, and then I also didn't know the reboot had motherfucking Liam Neeson, which is an ingenious accident purpose joke that they did. Holy fuck!
What's funny is it really, like, I'm convinced it was not something that was done flippantly because the movie it very much feels like it was written for Liam Neeson specifically.
Oh sure,
So,
I believe it.
it's yeah. What a delicious little ridiculosity.
Yeah, I just straight up didn't even know that existed, so I'll definitely have to check that out. That sounds right up my goddamn alley.
It's good. I think it's like a half step below the original first two Naked Gun movies, but that's pretty high praise.
Yeah. Well, welcome back from ads, everyone. Uh, Sean, Colia, not Sean. Sean, get out of the room. Bring Colia in here. Where's Colia? But Colia, you were running from the lower half of someone, and ahead, you see
The upper half of someone.
the upper half of someone climbing into the vent above you.
Interesting.
But it's like
I
made
don't
it
have
half.
time.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's only made it like halfway, and it might seemingly be turning towards you since you're sprinting, so you're making a little bit of noise now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't feel like I have time to like figure out a way to not get noticed here since I'm in the middle of a dead sprint. Is this another hallway that this is in, or is this
Yeah,
some kind of room?
you've made it through like that kind of I'm gonna say like you would be near the end of that kind of like municipal room that you found yourself in last time. But like on the other side, the vent is like inside the hallway and it's climbing into it.
Okay, so this is like I'm headed toward the door that we originally posted up at.
Yes.
Okay. Um, do I just go?
You can. Isn't your
I'm just gonna
speed?
say yeah. Like I don't think I have time in this moment to think of like a perfect plan, and I don't. I'm not gonna have any better luck doubling back, so I just keep going.
And I'm gonna say because you had like essentially like a running head start. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Speed,
Speed. Speed would work.
spade.
Spade.
Woo! That advantage will be nice. Because that first roll was a 95.
Oh no.
Woo! And that's a 38. I needed 44.
Okay. So yeah, you see it halfway up, and it's like slowly starting to like kind of turn towards the door that you're coming from. I want to say like it seems like its arms are like in the vent, and it's like hanging upside down with the head down, and it's like turning around. And you can like see the face, which is like kind of ghoulish. Doesn't seem to, interestingly enough, doesn't seem to have gone the same kind of transformation that you've seen on the other ones. Um, but as you like run past it, you're able to like duck under it and like miss it, and you hear the sound of something falling directly behind you, uh, and feel like almost like some like air brush past like the nape of your neck. Um, but you're able to like run past it and keep going all the way to the end of the hall, and you make it to the door at the very end of the hall that would lead back out to the like the main area, like the main thoroughfare. And it's closed, but it's not like been locked or anything. You're able to open it.
I open it and I try to like spin around and lean against it to like hold it shut.
Yeah, as you're like opening it, you do hear the faint sound. You hear another faint sound, getting louder of clicking on metal, something tapping on metal, getting louder towards you down the hall, and the snapping of the jaws from those legs, um, audibly coming from down the hallway, getting closer. But you're able to like get through the door and close it and like hold it shut, and like I'd say like 10 seconds later you hear something thud up against the door, and you hear another one of those like even through the door audibly loud like clapping snaps that it made earlier. Fred, you've like started you had like just sat down to start work on the car, and you hear that snap from the door. It's I would say the car that you found was not even that far away from the door, and you see Colia at the door like holding it shut.
Well, so much for working on car. I I look over to Joanne, and actually, I'll just take a second. Look to Joanne. What's Joanne doing?
Joanne has um, Joanne was like moving like a tire towards you. I would say like they were a little bit off trying to like pull a tire off of a car. But
All right.
you do hear her semi-audibly shout like, or actually no, you guys have telecoms for this. You do hear her over the comm say, "What's happening over there?"
Where's your trusty spade?
And you hear her kind of you hear footsteps coming your way. Colia, you up against the door. Uh, you hear like something like scratching on the other side of the door, but the latches are shut and everything, and it doesn't seem or sound like it's like getting through, but it does sound like it's directly on the other side of the door.
Little bit of
I should be coming towards Colia. The idea was to run past Joanne if she has it, take it from her hands and run towards Colia.
She's catching up to you. She was farther away, I would say, from the door than you were.
Okay.
Anyone have like a big stick or something we can hit something with?
Colia,
Do I hear that?
you say that, and you start hearing Joanna's footsteps come closer, and she's just like, what, why? We just came for. Oh my God, Coley, are you okay? What the hell?
I'm completely fine. It was just very sweaty. There's some legs and arms over here. It's probably fine. I don't know if they have the motor skills to operate a door handle or not.
Yeah, I knew I should have gotten rid of them. Can I
I mean,
use the power tool to seal the door?
you
Like, can I
can.
like slot it in?
Uh,
Yeah.
uh, you should have, I believe. Did you not get the? I thought you had like a little plasma
Actually,
cutter.
you're right. No, I think I have some tools myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've at least got like rope and paracord and stuff like that. Like, uh, there's a lot of stuff I can the rigging gun and everything. Like, I could definitely just seal this door myself. I think.
Okay. Yeah. I actually thought you took the hand welder.
Projector. I'm
It
not
does not
seeing
look
it.
like it. Yeah. Well, let me check to see. Um,
Looks like Quincy has it.
I was
Actually, I
gonna
think I
say,
might have passed.
Oh, you gave it to. Yeah, you did give it to Quincy.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I would say that you know that Quincy has the hand welder. Then,
I look back at Quincy. Welder!
Quincy just says, "Oh, on it," and they kind of jog over in this big suit. Um, did you want to weld it shut, Fred? Yeah, they hand you the hand welder, and you can start going to town. It'll take you some time, so you'll get slowed down a little bit on the car stuff. It'll actually take you a little bit of time, but you could you can definitely seal it for now securely, and then like, you know what? No, I won't be that mean. You're able to like kind of get it closed in a matter of minutes. It took me a second. I was like, no, I don't want to be that mean. Yeah, you can. It'll take you a few minutes, but you're able to seal it up.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I say throw your bodies into that door and watch your fingers.
so yeah,
I just like lean my butt against it. I'm like rubbing my knees.
um, Quincy looks at you, Colia, and asks, "What happened? Where did you go?"
I was just talking to the newspaper people, and there's survivors in there, but they don't have any supplies, and they're not looking to join us. So I don't know that there's anything we can really do with them. But I came back this way because just trying to meet back up with the group. Oh, haven't run this much since I was 20.
Like a couple years ago.
It's very nice. Very generous of you.
Joanna chuckles as well and is just like, at least got they at least got us out of the office chairs. Am I right, guys? All right. Well, we just got to get the car together and get it juiced and fueled up.
Yes, let's juice this car. I'm ready to get out of here.
Yeah. You guys start a little bit of work on the car. Uh, what? I'll put this to each of you. What What are you guys thinking right now? What do you want to tackle first? Is there anything that you want to tackle aside from the car?
I think car is my big thing, and then probably find a safe place to rest.
Yeah, how long ago was the last time that we slept?
Oh, not.
It's been a while at this point, right?
I was gonna say it'll feel like that, but it's only been like actually a 2 or 3 hours since you guys have gotten to this section. So, because you guys arrived around hour 23 of the first
Oh yeah,
day.
we slept on the elevator. I forgot that we slept on the elevator.
That's right. Yeah,
It feels
yeah.
like you haven't slept in a long time, probably because you're doing so much running.
um, I feel like we're so out in the open here working on this car. I'd love to do something about that. Is the
Okay.
car like attached in any way, or like could it be pushed?
Yeah, it can be moved. I'm gonna say it did need one like wheel replaced, so you'll have to replace one of the wheels first, but that's just semantics, whichever you do first. I'm not gonna make you be that particular. I'm gonna say you have everything to do with the car, so now what do you guys do essentially for about the next 5-ish hours?
Yeah, I think I'm just
I'd love
working on
to-
it.
I'd love to move the car somewhere less in the open. I just don't know that there really is any such place.
I'm gonna say both
go
for
ahead.
convenience and for your observation, there's like a recharging station not too far away. It's kind of like a space gas station almost that if you've ever been on a station like this, you've seen like little carts like this before. It's that. It's a space gas station where you go to recharge these kind of smaller cart cars that has a little bit of concealment. It's a little bit more concealed.
I'll say, let's push this thing over to the station there and see if we can. We probably need to charge it anyway, and this will be a little bit more out of the way. And then, who knows, maybe this place hasn't been raided of snacks yet. Probably it is. This is probably what the newspaper people have been eating. But maybe not.
Yeah, that's true. I hope so. I hope we found something.
I hope nobody else had questions from the newspaper people, by the way. I tried to ask them some things. This whole situation seems to have pretty much broken them. I don't know that there's getting any information out of them.
What did they tell you?
They told me that Milsec is holed up in Rhea, which we already kind of knew, but we got confirmation of that. They said that they hadn't been really putting out any newspapers since about April, May, which is about what we thought. I tried to get them to give me the most recent paper they had, but they seem to not have that. It seems like they didn't really have any more information than what was in that last article from April.
Did they say anything about what's happening on the station currently? How are they making it by?
Hiding. They have a little bookstore there that doesn't have, too much access points, and they just keep quiet so that they are not noticed.
Mhm.
Well, you definitely could get the car over to that charging station. I mean, we're gonna have to get it over there eventually anyways. The thing is dead, so we can find working batteries, but none of them have any power. So yeah.
Gotcha.
Well,
Guess we
as well
gotta charge.
push.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are able
No,
to oh, go ahead.
Lydia, take the wheel. You're the smallest around here. We can give it a good old push.
Give it a college
Lydia
push.
Lydia just says, "Hey, I'm taller than Quincy."
Are you? I look at the two of them like,
Quincy is a little bit shorter than she is. Quincy is small.
I'm not buying it. You get in that wheel.
Wait, aren't I taller than
Quincy, are
you?
you?
You did mention that you
Nah.
were like a short king.
Oh yeah, well yeah, I am a short king. I'm like, oh gosh, what did I say? Did I say I was like 5'4" or something? I can't remember what I said. Oh man,
You might be
I'm
the
not
same
sure if
height as Quincy.
I can't remember if I done my height. Gosh, I wish I'd written that down. It would have been good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so far the last thing I remember is short king. You're right. Yeah, but I stick to my guns. I just say, like, nah, you get in there.
Okay. So yeah,
Quincy,
you're
how do
able
you
to.
feel about pushing?
Uh-huh. So you guys are able to push the cart over to this kind of like recharging station, and it does. It almost looks like what kind of like it has got like it's got like center spots where you can plug in that have little terminals and everything, and they seem to be working. They actually seem to be functioning. In fact, you're a little dismayed that they're still functioning with everything broken. These still work, and they do accept money.
Huh.
Motherfucker!
Wait.
You just hear Collier scream that as he's looking at a different one. Yeah, they all most of I'm gonna say no, I'm gonna say all of them seem to be perfectly functional. So much so that as far as you can tell, the only way you'd be able to get charge out of them is by spending money.
I never thought the capitalism would be the thing that's fucking me in the ass the most right now.
Joanna, surely we have a company card or something, please.
Oh my god. I left it on the ship.
God's
No,
sake.
no. There's no way. There, I swear, there's no way. There's no way.
It, wait. I take a look at it. What forms of payment does it accept?
It accepts um you like light up the touchpad terminal. It's got like a this looks more typical. It's got like a credit input as well as like an account input. They can take like credits and whatnot. Let me see. Uh, I'm going to say, uh, like the terminal lights up and you hear like a soft bing bong noise and an audible voice projecting from it, a little bit more audible than you kind of wished, goes, Hello, valued customer. Would you like to start charging? That would be 50 credits per unit.
50?
Ah,
I don't even
well,
have 50 credits.
I probably do.
um, I did some of the math here. Um, uh, Joanna. Let's see, I need to go
See you,
here.
Joanna.
How dare you?
Sorry.
Joanna.
I didn't mean to Sweeney Todd your game.
I can't believe you'd do that to me. Joanna says, I've got 80 on me. Quincy says 40.
How many units do we think we need to get to? I mean, if we have to go all the way to Ayoshka, what is it? Aepatus?
Something
Rhea.
like that.
Right,
yeah,
but
that's
assuming that we have to go get all the way to Aepatus, which we might, how many units would that take, do we think?
It wouldn't
Quincy
take
has that.
it wouldn't take long, and if we want to be safe just in case, would be roughly around 400 credits.
So do we all have like cards and stuff these days?
Yeah, I'll say you have like a credit.
I just assumed that we get our fucking eyeballs scanned.
I kind of
Our
like that
banks are
actually.
linked
Yeah.
to our biometrics.
You have a biometric scanner that can either read eye or fingerprint. And in the case of Quincy, they
Oh.
actually have like a little chip that they can plug in for verification.
Look over to Joanna and say, surely this would be reimbursed as a business expense, right?
I'm not. I will pay you back myself, I guess, because I'm gonna tell you, we could get a receipt if it matters at this point.
Okay,
I think we
well,
can't.
I'll put my money on the pile. I have 35 credits. I cannot help much with this.
Given my history, honestly, I would put it in your hands, Isaac. Given my history,
Mm-hmm.
I would either have a lot or not very much because
If you
I
never rolled it,
traditionally.
well,
Oh, I never
second,
rolled it. Oh,
I was gonna say if neither of you ever roll, it sounds like Sean does have his, or it sounds like Kolya does have his.
Jackson's got his written down.
Oh,
you got
yeah, I
yours written
forgot I
down?
do. Yeah.
Jackson has way more money than I do.
For working man, Jackson.
I had to spend a lot of mine, I think.
Yeah, I guess I had yeah, I guess I had 100. Yeah, so I slap all 100 in the pile and say, well, reimburse me later.
We got credit pile.
We all officially have $0 after this.
80 from Joanna, 40 from
Quincy?
Quincy, thank you. You said 100 Jackson, 35 from Sean. They look at the pile. Billy
By the pile, I assume you just mean like a napkin math scribble.
Yeah, you found like
a pile of our eyeballs.
Yes, you found like a napkin or doing the math. Billy, Lydia, and Maison take a look and say, "Let me see." Maison actually steps forward and says, "I promise this is everything I have." And he just says 110.
What kind of breadcrumbs they feeding you, Doc?
The same ones.
You know, I'll give
same
him
ones you
this.
eat.
I was prepared to be mad at that, but that's the most anyone has dropped so far, so, fair enough.
510? I scrubbed
Lydia.
the asshole of the space cracks of the world. And he throws 10 more than me?
I'm sorry. I'm just rolling in money over here.
Yeah, this guy's
Fred.
been to Diamond Sushi too many times, I can tell.
I haven't been there either, okay? This is the first time I've been on Tennyson. Which you did not know.
No, I did know that, yeah. Yeah.
I got one more to check.
Billy.
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 Billy. Just saying, counting on both hands. You see him put up both hands and say, double that.
Is 20? Was that...
Billy, did you not go to school?
I could count.
Billy, is Milsec one of those jobs where you pay them to do it?
I mean, they feed us.
You're like, it's only $2 an hour. It's a deal.
If we make it off this station, I think we need to have a long talk with Billy about what the fuck their employment situation is.
Actually, Colia, as you say that, you when Billy put his hands up, you noticed his hands are trembling. But he doesn't. He otherwise seems completely calm. But you notice his hands have a noticeable tremble.
I think I'm willing to point it out and be like, I'd be trembling too if I was flat broke.
When you say that, Fred, Billy says, "What are you talking about? What are you?" And he actually stops for a second and looks at his hands, and he's like, and he kind of grabs his hands for a second and says, "Yeah, just me, having trouble counting."
You trying to play us a song there, Piano Man? What's going on?
He's kind of dropped his hands a little bit, and you notice that they seem like they're moving almost constantly, but he's put his hands to his side, and he just says, "I don't know what you're talking about." And he kind of gulps, but he's like, "No, I don't, I feel fine."
Okay. Wow.
You do notice he's when you pointed that out noticeably to him, he is now noticeably more unnerved.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get under your skin there. I was just...
No, it's fine. I just
whisper in Fred's ear. He's sick.
Right.
All right.
Anyways, is that enough or what?
Seems like we have enough. Just barely.
What luck. And then Maison says, "Good. Now to fix the rest of the car." As you look back at the car, I'd say you guys settled this pretty early on, so the car still has one wheel and maybe a couple parts. So there's still plenty of work to do. So yeah. Go ahead.
You go ahead.
No. Fair enough. Fred, was there anything else that you wanted to do in the next 5 hours other than kind of working on the cars? I'll say in between working on parts of the car, you could do something else in the meantime.
No, I think that's honestly my singular focus. I think being safe, having some food and water in us, maybe some shelter, and getting a car so that we can just try to mosey on to the other side.
I'm gonna say as you're working, you're literally doing the car mechanic thing of being literally underneath the car a little bit. You you were able to wrestle up a jack. I'm gonna say there's a jack on the cart, just a really simple jack, and you're just underneath it. Like Lydia's helping you hold a light. She's helping you hold a light. She's being a kid. But she says, give me one second. She says, "No, Fred, sitting like this, weirdly, you feel like my dad right now."
What you mean?
I don't. I just talk about how it. I mean, I've always heard about it. I don't think I ever actually really did it. I've never really ridden in a car or anything, but there are always those Earth stories about how kids hold the light for their dads while they work on the car.
Well, when we get out of this, I'll teach you to drive sometime, yeah?
Hmm. Do you have a car back? Where? Actually, no. Where are you? Where are you from, Fred? I don't think I've asked you
Earth.
that yet.
I'm from Earth.
Earth? That's a long ways away.
Yeah. It's, I don't really get there. I don't really get back there much, but it's where I'm from.
She kind of gulps and just says, you have a car back on Earth? Is it still drivable there? What's it even
Think
like?"
think so, yeah. I haven't asked about the car recently, but I'm pretty sure they still got a car.
Huh. I mean, I'd
It
heard
still
about
works.
Earth all the way from Mercury. It's not supposed to be quite as hot, that's for damn sure.
It's not quite as hot, but all the pollution, all the overpopulation, it's not great. You have to, if you want clean air, you gotta pay for it. It's kind of shit, honestly. I mean, you can get some good deals on Earth, but it's only if only because it's just becoming a place where nobody really wants to live anymore.
I mean, I'd never been, so I couldn't know, but at least like to
It's worth
find out.
visiting. Yeah, no, it's worth visiting.
She
Come,
kind of
come and see some of the sights.
she kind of gulps, and just says, she like kind of looks around. Actually, what are you up to right now, Colia? I'm curious. Kind of interject.
I am checking the gas station for snacks.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Uh, you kind of like
And
notice like
also
you.
to see if there's any kind of like tools that could be used as weapons.
We'll resolve that next. I just wanted to know where you were. But keep that in mind. Okay. Uh, but as you kind of glance out of the corner of your eye, Fred, you kind of see like Lydia looking around. Everyone else is like kind of off, like collecting supplies or collecting parts for the car. Uh, she says, "Fred, can I tell you something?"
Eh, yeah, sure. What's on your mind?
I mean, she kind of sniffles a little bit. She goes, "You know, you- you're you're worried about your folks, and uh,
Yeah.
I haven't told the other anyone else this yet. I mean, I used the I used the internship as an excuse, but uh, my brother's actually here too,
Oh,
and I think he might be in trouble."
you know where at?
Have ideas? Um, hang on. And she has like her own. Rosebud has like a different kind of like little tablet She pulls up and like taps on it and says, "Here, can I send you something?"
I take out my pad and I say, yeah, I'm looking. What's going on?
I'm going to. She like sends it to your info pad, um, and she like takes a second, longer than you would expect, um, just for plot convenience. John, you also feel a notification, um, but she sends this to the info pad marked for your guys' eyes only, and she just says, just in case, I
Sent a Discord message.
actually it's a message on intra chat.
Hmm.
So yeah, she just says, I am kind of worried about him. I got this message from him. Um, I don't know what to make of it. And I won't make you guys role play this one out, but for the audio individuals who might just be listening, it goes as follows. This is between two usernames, Zilla Boxes and Bucket Masters 129. The first one says from Zilla Boxes says, "Just worried about you, bro. Sounds nasty right now." Buckets Masters 129 says, "I won't lie. Getting really scary. It's getting scary, but there isn't much I can do." Zilla Boxes asks, "What about your girlfriend? She works with Starbus. Maybe she can get you a discount or a payment plan. Ma and Pa are worried sick about you." Buckets Masters 129 responds, "I'll keep you posted. Actually, I'm falling asleep as we talk, sis. I've been exhausted as of late, and I'll be fine, I promise. I'll keep you guys up to date. I just have important stuff coming up the next couple of days, so I want to try and get caught up on rest. Love you guys." Zilla Boxes replies, "Okay, get some rest, bro. Love you. Miss you." Uh, this happened on the 20th of April. 5 days later, Zilla Boxes responds saying, "Hey, bro, just checking in. Haven't heard from you in a few days." Uh, the name of Bucket Masters has changed. They went a username change. They go by Apostle of the 2nd 129. And the message reads as follows. This came in a day later on 9/26 at midnight. "Dearest Lydia, I will start by apologizing for not saying anything the past few days. I've been incredibly busy, and I can reassure you that I'm okay. That I'll be okay. That we will all be okay. I'm excited and a little scared. The last few months have been hard. Harder than they needed to be. Harder than they ever could have been. And I appreciate your support and the support of my girlfriend, Dana, and the few friends I've also been able to meet on the station. Well, it's almost time now. I want to invite you out here because I learned something exciting. Everything that's been happening that we thought was bad turns out it's for something better. Perhaps this is for the best." Oh, did I say April? I meant September. Anyways,
Oh, yeah.
this is from September 26th. All of this was from between September 20th and September 26th. Perhaps this is for the best. Tennyson is sick and has been sick, and we found a cure. Time has come. Time has become a still pond, and we become idle in perpetuated callings. The truth has arrived, and it is the only sense that remains. I wish you could see it, as we have. I would never make you do anything, but to learn the value of truth, come to the Church of Solar Extendance. My servitude has been called, and I wish to see you. Love, your brother, Jordan. Oh, I typed that wrong. The next day at 11:47 p.m., Zillabox's response, "That's it. That's it. This is a prank, right? I've tried to respond to this for hours, but this is a joke. Good one, bro." Uh, the automated intra-chat bot, Clyde the Watchman, posted the following response immediately. It appears this message was undeliverable. We have found that you do not currently have permissions to directly message this individual, or this individual wishes to be undisturbed. If you believe this was an error, we recommend establishing contact via personal correspondence with the recipient or contacting our support team if you believe there is an error in our system. Have a nice day. Lydia speaks up after you've spent time reading it. She says, I think I mainly wanted to tell you because you mentioned that your parents were here, that we were going to try to help them.
Yeah, that was the original plan, yeah.
She kind of bites her lip for a second and says, I'm not saying I have a plan yet. Just want to let you know that I'm thinking about that. And I can...
Yeah.
All I know is that wherever that is, actually on Iapetus.
Gotcha. So it'd be an extra stop for us, but it'd be unfair if we stopped for my parents and we didn't stop in for your brother. What month is it now? What year and month is it now?
It is currently... I actually have this written down. Time is important.
Put it on the clock.
Put it on the clock. The current dates... Let me see. In Earth years... In Earthen times...
It's year 2400.
Uh-huh. Boy, I really thought I wrote that down somewhere. 1 more millisecond. 1 more millisecond. I'm trying to think.
I'll give you a 1 nanosecond.
No, I need more than
not
that.
A nano more.
No. I need to pull up. Really stupid.
It's been almost 2 nanoseconds.
It's been. It right now is. It right now is November 6th, 2120 in Earth. I'll just keep that. I won't. I'll figure out the Saturn later if I really want to. But
okay.
It's been November 6th.
Yes, it has been November 6th.
This is important to clarify because it's currently November 7th then, because it just ticked past midnight.
Yes. Yes. No. No, it ticked past midnight and became November 6th. Sorry. There.
Okay.
Yes. Clarify. Yes.
So we were in the Ides of November.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it's about.
That's not. It wouldn't be the Ides of November. I'm just being silly.
The Ides of March, or is it the Tides of March? I don't remember.
It's the Ides of March. I think it's March 15th, if I
I
remember
can't
correctly.
believe we're actually having this bit for real.
I try to be the legs of June.
That's fair.
Both of you have also disappointed me by not quoting the clock. Clocking the clock. Clock. Ads are about to happen, but what? Yeah.
I'm trying to decide if Kolya is mad. Sorry. Yeah, I think Kolya's a little bit mad. This is a stressful situation. I think Kolya's mad. I'm
Interesting.
sorry. This message is from September.
Well, yeah, actually, I don't respond to Kolya immediately, but I do clock it.
I was gonna say, is
But
Kolya
I'll-
still in the? Because I imagine like you're in the, you like get the notification, and if you decide to look at it, are you still like inside of the convenience store, like clutching a candy bar? You're able to find like a candy bar.
For
It's a
some reason, I
Mars
thought Kolya
bar.
was within earshot, but maybe not.
But yeah, are you still in the convenience store, or do you come out of the store, Kolya?
I assumed that we had all been shown this message, but if I am not in the scene, then that is fine.
You received you received a notification of a message, but you don't have context for why you had been sent this at the moment.
Oh, sure. Okay. Ignore me then.
Okay.
That's interesting because I guess you might not even know who Zilla Box this is. That's
Well,
funny.
it says Dearest Lydia.
Oh, it sure does. Sure does. Um. So yeah, I'll respond to her and say, I'd said the whole thing about how it'd be unfair, and I'll follow up with, how old is your brother?
Sorry, I have to literally read for a second to be like, oh shit, I should know that. Okay, I didn't clarify. She says, same age, twins.
I'm sorry, Lydia. I'm actually going to ask you your age. I forgot how old you are, if you ever told me.
I mean, I didn't. I'm 28.
Oh, okay. You look really young for 28. At some point, everyone starts looking like babies, I swear.
She kind of wrinkles her nose and gives you this like really narrow squint when you say that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was I supposed to say you looked old for 28? Anyway, Wow.
Anyways, that aside.
Idiots have treated you harshly.
All I mean to say is that he's a grown ass man. Can't just stumble in and say, a kid was confused and lost. Like he's an adult, and he's been an adult for a hot minute now. So
Yeah, well, this adult's still worried about him.
nah, that's fair. This is months ago, but what info did you find out about the Church of Solar Extendance? I don't even know if our network works out here. I don't think it does. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm running on borrowed time with our tech. So, what'd you find out about them?
Well, I mean, what I could learn about them, because yeah, I haven't had contact with him since then.
They have like a website, or are they like a mega church or something? Or...
They do have a website. They seem to be some kind of weird, kind of extremist religion that popped up around when a lot of that, when a lot of Xenoarthensis was getting described. A lot of people obviously saw aliens and they thought space god. Sure.
Oh shit! Scientology 3.0.
I mean, they debunked Scientology a century ago. We don't got to worry about
Yeah,
that
I know
anymore.
that's the problem.
Unless they were
It's
right.
like
Oh,
a
shit.
it's like a multi-headed hydra. You strike one religion down, and two more grow to take its place.
Uh-huh. Well, the only other thing I know about them is they did grow quite substantially. There's usually at least active groups throughout pretty much every region of lived space, just given their proximity to wherever we find the remains of Xenoarthensis. I mean, I'm not an anthropologist necessarily. Actually,
No,
let
you're
me double
good.
check that. Um,
See, they keep on saying the numbers are multiplying, but it doesn't count when all six numbers are one person originally.
Hang on, what do you mean by that?
With the arm, the leg, the torso, the head.
Uh-huh. Um, she says, I don't know much about what studies have been done into Xenoarthensis. I really don't. Um, all I know is that their association with the church largely entails more secular studies. They oftentimes prevent research on artifacts because of their intent on holding them as sacred relics, even though technically they really hold no agency over them aside from a couple that have been found by individuals that were not associated with any kind of Xenoarthensis research or anything. People that stumbled on ruins on their own. A lot of their founding was shortly before the first Xenoarthensis remains were found. In fact, so
But you got a lot more book in that brain than I would have thought. I'm impressed.
she gives you another one of those kind of like wrinkled face looks and just say, "I'm complimented."
Yeah, I know that I'm 0 for 2 on these like back-ended compliments. I'm not. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. You're good, kid.
I'll just say this: we don't have to come back with a body. I just need to
Oh,
know.
you've already come to terms in that way, huh?
I'm not ready to rule it out, but seeing how things are now, I'm preparing for the worst.
Well, call me a denialer, because Rhea so far seems to still be maybe protected by Milsect. I don't know. Apatis is not doing so good though.
I have no idea,
But
yeah.
we can take a look.
Thank you.
Yeah, of
And
course.
and then a little bit more audibly than you want, an advertisement for the car stall starts playing audibly in the distance, like above you guys, and you're just like, man, we really wish that wasn't that loud. Like it's a little uncomfortably loud.
Yeah, damn it. Yeah, that could wake the whole neighborhood with that one.
Yeah, it's a little bit more concealed, but I definitely don't want to stick around here any longer than
Yeah.
you. Ads are about to start, but you suspect that part of the reason why the ads are playing is because it detected that there are people nearby.
Oh.
Isn't it great? Isn't it great? I'm glad that I'm so well informed to be able to write the setting this way, guys.
To be
Guys, it's
fair, that's
great.
just a real thing.
Guys, it's
Yeah.
great. An ad for a grocery store starts playing on the fucking screen. uh,
I hate the ads that play at gas stations. That shit pisses me off so much.
it's they just have a little gas station tube that they play for everybody who is just standing at a gas station. It's awful. It's terrible. At
Yeah.
least it's some noise. I don't mind that. Well, no, I actually probably no. Actually, no. Thinking about it, 2 more seconds. What I was about to say. Actually, no. We probably would be better off if
God
it was
forbid we have any amount of peace and quiet at
any
any point in our
silence.
fucking lives.
That is totally fair. I did not consider that. You're right.
But also the bigger problem is that they they realized that they had a captive audience and decided to fucking shove ads in our faces
I mean,
during a time that we are required to be there.
I was saying this when we were rewatching Blade Runner. I was like, man, that Coca-Cola ad aged like fine wine made out of piss.
Aged like fine Coke.
Uh-huh. God.
Also,
Oh, go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say, I think I've run out of steam at this point, just
You've
about.
you've run about out of steam. Okay. Well, we'll wrap it up here. I think we have Colia wanted to do 1 or 2 more things, so I'll wrap it up in the next 20 minutes tops. I promise I won't say the next 30 and go 50. I promise. But yeah, I'm glad. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'm liking where this is going so far.
Yeah.
I definitely, no matter what, and I did kind of notice that even earlier. I was like, I definitely want any of the like given vignettes of like when there's like a bunch of rolling or action going on to still like try to limit them as much as possible, because I can tell if I'm not careful they can go a while by accident. That's just RPG combat sometimes. It's hard to make it snappy sometimes.
Can be.
I will actually give credit to uh Powered by the Apocalypse. It probably succeeds the best because it still understands that the less things you have to read and look up, the better.
Credit also to Fabula. I think Fabula is honestly probably one of the funnest, like most fun RPG, like straight up RPG systems, just because it's so clean.
Yeah.
It is pretty clean.
Yeah. I enjoyed I'm just saying at some point I'd like to wrap back around to nobody else does it. I would happily run a fucking JRPG Fabula game. I did really like that system, and I'd like to
Very
try.
fun.
Yeah, I'd like to try a game that's dedicated toward it at some point.
Also, that was you were dogging on me for the length of Mage. Fabula was pretty short.
Yeah,
That was a short little nugget.
yeah. Like I said, I'm learning. I'm trying to keep us. I'm trying to keep us moving
No,
along.
good.
Look, I made 7 hours happen today. What do you want from me?
Yeah, poking. I'm just poking the bear.
That's almost a third of a day. But welcome back from ads, everyone. As Jackson kind of said, if you were in ads, we'll be probably wrapping it up here with a nice little tiny bow. That said, Kolya did bring up that you were kind of like looking for supplies. You wanted to try to like makeshift like a weapon for yourself, I'm assuming.
Yeah, well, I don't really know. You said that this is sort of like a gas station, and sometimes those have like the kind of tools that you might either need to use on your car or might want to keep in your car. Um,
I'm gonna
so, I just thought I would poke around and see if there was anything.
as you're looking, I'm gonna say you like find like a handful of supplies. It does seem like this has been kind of picked. You could assume that definitely at least like the group that's in the bookstore has definitely been salvaging this as much as possible. So it's still pretty slim. You can find like some rations and stuff, like just general food stuff. I'm gonna say as you're kind of like milling around, you do find uh you find um what looks like you're like kind of like looking around. Eventually you go to like a counter where maybe somebody had been at some point, and you find that they had left something. They left a nail bat. They left a like kind of a bat or a board, like a solid plank of wood with a nail in the top of it, along with
All right.
uh, a radio that looks kind of a bit older um, next to it.
Like a
Uh,
like a ham radio, or like what are we talking about here?
it's funny you
Old
say
in what context?
old in the context that because like I feel like I should know what a ham radio is, but I feel like when I think of a ham radio is like way older than the kind of like I'm just thinking of like a plastic like radio. It's like a plastic hand radio,
Gotcha.
like just a basic one. Um uh what is your initial response to that?
Uh, I mean, I, I assume that we've got like radio because we've got like comms.
Yeah, you do.
So I don't know that I would make any particular note of a radio because it wouldn't occur to me, I don't think, that it was any different in function than the ones that we already have.
Okay. Do you do anything about the nail bat? I'm gonna say it's a bat.
Oh, I'm keeping the nail bat for sure.
Okay. Yeah, you go you like kind of crouch down to pick up the bat. Um and very faintly you notice that like a light is on the radio. Uh and it seems like the volume is like really really low. Um Give me a sanity save.
Okay. Do, 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 do. That's an 11.
Okay.
I'm extra sane.
You on an 11, as you're like crouching down to pick up the bat, your hand curls over the grip. Um, the radio does have your attention a little bit, and you think for like a moment you hear the familiar sound of piping. It seems like it might have been left on and it's crackling a little bit, and you hear the sound of like very faint musical pipes, but it like dies out underneath the crackle.
Musical pipes.
That you would recognize.
Like a pipe organ, or
like
a
sound.
Pied Piper pipes.
I'll stop being subtle, like the sound Brian made.
Oh, okay, sure. And it's coming from the radio.
It can't. It was noticeable from the radio for a moment, but then it faded, and it doesn't seem to be making the noise anymore.
Can I turn the volume up and check what channel it's on?
Yeah, you turn up
What
the
frequency?
radio frequency, or you turn up the volume and the frequency it's on, and the static kind of works up a little bit more, and there is the faint voice of somebody on the radio. And as you kind of hone in on the frequency, you hear someone reporting, saying to anyone else out there who's needing assistance, there is still safety on Titan Residential. Try to make it to the upper decks. It seems to be safer there. Anybody out there who's hearing this, abandon Rhea, abandon Iapetus. And it seems to be kind of like a looping message after a few minutes. Or after about a minute.
It said there's safety on Titan and to abandon Rhea and Iapetus?
Yes.
Did I get that right?
Yes.
I sure didn't. Okay. And this is on the same frequency, just to be clear, that the pipe sound was.
It was a little bit off. Like it was a little bit off frequency from this. You had to tune to it. But you would, when you turned up the volume, you could tell that it didn't take you. You just had to move a little bit towards it to clear up the frequency.
Gotcha. I want to move back. I want to move it back where it was.
It starts getting staticky again.
And
just more static. Just harsher static.
Am I able to like use my comms to like check that frequency?
Yeah, you can. It kind of like tunes in equally, and you get the same response on your heads up.
Okay. I'm gonna turn off this other radio and just leave my headset on, probably at a low volume, so I can still like hear stuff properly.
Okay.
And then I do want to let people know, so I will collect my nail bat and go out and be like to just whoever is outside the shop. I assume I assume Fred is close by, but I don't know.
Yeah. You step out and you see Lydia and Fred working on the car. You hear off in the distance like some rummaging, sounds like maybe from Billy. He's maybe being a little bit louder than you would care for, but it seems like everybody else is kind of off scrounging for stuff to get the car working.
I will go up to Fred and Lydia and just say, I know you're busy, but I do have a concern to raise.
Yeah, what's up?
What's up, Golia?
The automated security message. It's well, it's saying that the safe spot that they have carved out is on Titan, and for people to evacuate Rhea and Iapetus.
Wait, what? No, that can't be right.
It's That was my first thought. I had to double check the map and make sure that I hadn't lost my mind.
If Titan's supposed to be the safe place, then where the hell's the safety?
That's what I'm wondering. Now, I will say, the newspaper people did confirm verbally that Milsect is holed up on Rhea. Was that a Milsec? Do I know if that was a Milsec message or if that was from some other group?
I'm gonna say you. It did not seem like a Milsec message. It seemed like a message from something else.
I'm wondering, the newspaper people implied that that Milsec had perhaps gotten illegal trigger happy. I'm wondering if Milsect was considered one of the things that people are having to evacuate to get away from.
Maybe our friend Billy Blast would know something about that.
Perhaps.
And on that note, you both get a reminder notification specifying from Saya that there's an update on your station clearance with Milsect, and that
I just assumed Joanna was taking care of that.
they're requesting a response. And a few
Joanna,
minutes, a
are you
little
around
bit later,
somewhere?
you hear Joanna walk up and just say, yeah, I was kind of putting it off.
Yeah.
And I think... Oh, go ahead.
I say, well, it's time to do your homework.
Uh-huh. And on that note, I think we can call the session with a better luck next time, guys. You'll have to find out what Milsect has to say about you guys trying to get access to the station next time. But yeah, I'm sorry to do this to you. I'm sorry to do this to you. Hey, just be proud. I made a lot of time go by. See, it can happen.
I'm glad
Why
this
are
is
you-
the bar by which we're measuring this game.
Why are you never happy?
I'm always happy. Don't I look happy?
But yeah, say 200, and I'm gonna say that you guys made it about hours in. Yeah, no, that's that. I did this right. I don't need to be that specific. But yeah, yeah. Well, that's it for the day. Jackson has the sleepy face.
I do.
Jackson has the sleepy eyes. I had a good time. I hope you guys had a good time too. I really am glad. If anything, I'm glad that of all of the scenes we had, the fucking gas station scene with you guys being like, fuck, why is the only thing still working the thing that costs money? And I think you know why. They have investments to uphold, guys. They have a bottom line to meet, guys.
If it can cost a resource, by God, it will.
So, yeah, I had a great time. I hope you guys did too. Any thoughts, feelings, expressions?
I can't think of anything to express.
I liked the newspaper fellas. I liked the. It was a fun little thing to piece together for myself that this was the names of all the people who wrote the articles. That was fun.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I like I said, kind of leading into this, I'm gonna try to always between like add like as much more that I can to like give you guys to chew on the info board itself. So I hope you guys are enjoying the info board because I do like adding to it. It's got a lot of shit in there.
Does. You did fail to kill anyone again this session.
I did fail to kill anyone again. Damn it,
This
Jackson,
is
why'd you
starting to
make
feel
a
like a
save?
cozy holiday getaway.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Isaac
Listen,
knows if
I put the
if they
gloves
kill
back on,
anyone.
and the gloves are coming back off next time, I swear.
There were 2 pairs of gloves on.
Uh-huh. There were
The
gloves
gloves are going to
underneath the
continue to
gloves.
come on and off until everyone is satisfied.
Until
Yeah,
my
it's coming on
bones
and off.
show.
The gloves are coming on and off like it's like 65 degrees, and you're like, yeah, it's too. My hands are sweaty when they're on, but they're kind of cold when they're off.
I was so warm for gloves.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what other humans experience temperature as. 65. I work.
65 is like, if you're outside in 65-degree weather, you should not be wearing gloves. That's like at most long sleeve shirt weather.
I was gonna say that's like cozy weather for me outside. Inside, it's the fucking worst. I just don't want to be trapped in 65.
Sure, well, there's a difference between if you're like sitting stationary versus if you're out and about. But who the fuck wears gloves when they're sitting around inside?
My computer gloves.
If
Uh-huh.
don't worry about that. Not me.
Those are
Sorry.
fingerless gloves. Those are even for
Exactly.
work
Not me. These are my axe gloves. I just have them next to me. I forgot about them. Anyways, it's time. It's time to call it. Thanks for joining, you guys. I had a great time. I'm glad we could do some more. We made more progress on car. I think next time we'll get more more leapfrogging forward. I'm definitely trying to keep that in mind. So that every time we chunk a little bit of progress forward. So stop smiling at
It
me.
is
What are you
really
smiling
funny
for?
to me. It is really funny to me that you can sum up all the progress we made today as we made some progress on fixing the car.
How dare
That would
you?
not be an inaccurate summation of the session.
What do you want
Yeah.
from me? I'm trying. The car will be
Look,
moving
I had
next
a good
time, I
time.
promise.
I just find it very funny. This bit gets funnier and funnier the longer it goes by its very nature.
Next time we will fix one of N things about the car.
Wow.
There will be
The
an,
car
there will
will
be an
This whole
amount of
rest of
things.
the whole rest of this game is about to be that fucking Pacific Drive.
See, I thought you were gonna make a joke
That's
about
the
how.
exact name, right?
Well, yes. I thought you were gonna make a joke though about being finally getting off the boat. I was like, "Hey, I got you off the boat a while ago. You were on the boat for only 3 sessions." So, but yeah, I'm glad. I'll be excited to see what happens next time. So, and I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna start wrapping it up. Before the end. We do one more thing. We're gonna make a prompt together, and then I gotta draw it in paint. If you want to participate in chat, all you gotta do is type in chat, whatever chat says, use as a reference, and then I'll just share it before we raid out. So, what do you want me to draw? What do you want me to draw, guys?
A car.
A car that we've scanned with our eyes.
Scanning.
You wouldn't
car.
download a car into your eyes.
With your eyes. While a monster eats with its butt. Man, I kind of am glad that you embodied a little bit of how silly that is, because you guys want to know what I have playfully named that creature design?
But monster?
If the one without legs is legless, the other one is leg full.
Ah.
You're welcome. What? What? He's here now. He's here to scream. He doesn't have a stinky butt. Good boy.
Well,
This is
that's
something
good.
I have to check. I got him new food, so hopefully his butt don't stink no more. I'm hoping. Here's hoping. Something about the last food I got him really gave him a bad butt. He's been, you know, I thought of this on the way home. I was like, I guess that's a way to ensure yourself to get the good food, is to just have the worst atomic shits possible. That is a way to get the good food, I guess. It is a method, so good for him. What's funny is I don't think he hated the food. He still eats the food. The food just destroys his insides, which is unfortunate. He doesn't seem to mind the food. He hasn't stopped eating it. Which, I mean, good for him, I guess.
And how was it?
And truly, how was it, indeed? That... Put him there. You know, for doing this with mouse, I still hate that I can even do this as well as I do. It's disgusting. I shouldn't have this much mouse control. Alright. Well, I drew a picture. So if you want to see that picture, stick around to the very end. I also do we also do a bit of a closing bit. We do raid at the end of every stream, so the vampires in our chat can keep watching. Just everybody else out there, make sure to go lock your doors and windows. It's almost lunchtime for vampires. And thank you for joining, everybody. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you enjoyed the show. If you're able to join the live show, thank you for stopping by and chatting and watching. If you're watching this in the future, thank you for taking the time to go back and rewatching the VOD. We appreciate it. If you're out there and you enjoyed this, you want to see more of what we're up to, I recommend scrolling down below and following or clicking any of the links. There's a link to all the socials and the Discord. We post when we go live on any one of those platforms, as well as anything else that we're up to. And just generally come hang out with the rest of the community there. It's a good time on the Discord. Speaking of which, a shout out to our community there and everyone who follows. You guys are a wonderful audience and we appreciate you. If we do anything particularly entertaining or noteworthy, feel free to clip it and share it on the internet. Just make sure to also hashtag with MCCanary, or link it back to the stream so people can find more of the good stuff we do here. And with that in mind, on that note, telling people about the stream, if you want to see the stream grow, you gotta let people know. I appreciate that people have been talking about the stream, and I encourage you guys to do it more. It does help us out, and it's just super rad that you guys are willing to do that. I don't really do any other kind of advertising other than posting when we go live with the pictures and everything, and I certainly don't pay for any advertising because I don't want to. I just don't want to. Maybe I could every now. I just don't want to. Feels icky, so I won't. The only other way that people are really learning about the stream is if you guys tell them about it. So if you enjoyed the stream and you know like a friend or a family member who might enjoy it, you should tell them about it. I won't. And as always, a huge thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon, Coffee, and Twitch. Your generosity allows us to continue to expand the stream as well as take on more projects. The stream would not be made possible without viewers like you. So we thank you. If you want to see your name added to this list, as well as some other benefits you can get, you can always subscribe directly on Twitch. Check out the Patreon or Coffee here. It'll show you everything that you can get, and any amount is always appreciated. Once again, thank you. And thank you to Miles, do a wonderful job of holding back the road and becoming famous. Thank you, Sean and Jackson, for playing more Mothership with me. I had a great time. Thanks for Momship. It was good. Guys, do you guys have any housekeeping? I hate the silence. It makes me nervous.
Look, the whole reason we have cameras is so that I don't have to talk.
Well, they can't see you anymore. The stream doesn't have the cameras on screen anymore.
Yeah, but chat doesn't have to decide if we move on from this.
That's fair, and I'm not looking at the camera. Well, go check out everybody in Goblin Entertainment. That link tree has links to everyone's channels and everything that they've done and they've been up to, and you can find the rest of my stuff here. That link tree has links to everything that I post to, including the VOD channel. I do recommend checking that out, especially if you joined in late and wanted to see what the rest of the session was like. I'll be posting the VOD, should be going live sometime tomorrow morning, as well as other VODs for other past recordings and sessions. I'm also making shorts when I can, as well as short little audio clips from the conversations we have in game when we're playing. I also have been trying to make this a point. Next time you'll see me next. It should be live tomorrow. Doing a bit of a makeup thing since I wasn't here yesterday with James and his brother, friends, Star Citizen, and then won't see us again until Monday. Sean and I will probably be doing more Teenage Exocolonists, right?
Yeah.
And then I'll probably do something next Wednesday and Thursday. So, yeah, go check everybody out in Goblin Entertainment. We have good stuff in there. And stick around. We could go say hi to Shining Heart, but Tim is live right now. He's been live for 5 hours. Do you guys want to go say hi to Tim? He's maybe responding to emails? I have no idea what he's doing.
Oh my god, Tim.
He just pulled up a letter that said that was a letter from the IRS. So, do you want to see what Tim is up to?
I mean, now I'm curious. Yeah, I'd like to know why Tim is reading an email from the IRS live on stream.
Well, I guess stick around for that. Otherwise, have a good evening, everybody. Take it easy. Jackson, is there anything you'd like to tell the audience?
Goodbye.
Sean, is there anything you'd like to tell Fish?
Don't worry, bro. I got you. I didn't forget you.
There it is. There's little freak
Cool.
in the background behind the car.
Okay.
Can I
So
just
we got
say...
like a rear view of the trunk of the car.
I was gonna say, I have to make it... I don't know. Oh, God, Tim just ended. We'll never know. We'll never
Well,
know. We'll have to go to somebody else, but we'll never know what Tim was doing. We're going to Shining. Oh, don't say he's leaving too now. Wait.
It's that time.
It's... Yeah, it seems like it was... Okay, fine, we'll go to Vu. They just started. There's no way they're ending yet. Fuck, I've never had that happen to me. I've never had it happen twice. Here, one more time, guys. This one's for real. This one's the real one. We're going to Vu. Fuck it.
We promise.
We promise. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We're so
okay?
sorry.
I really want to know what Tim was doing. I have no idea. Too slow. Tim escaped. I hope he's okay with the IRS. It is that time of the year, everybody.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun one this year, I think. Guys, I don't think I've ever seen a Coca-Cola ad and said, I want a refreshing Coke, having watched that advertisement.
Guess you're
At
just
the movies, sometimes the Coke advertisements seem pretty good. But I normally these days
I don't think
normally have
Coke is refreshing. They always try to advertise as refreshing, but Coke's not like a refreshing drink, really.
It's not. It's spicy. It burns your lips, tongue, and teeth. It's acidy.
It's better than Shonen cream soda.
Don't let them hear that. They're gonna
Anything.